Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday. Welcome back to the Abomination Vault. I'm your GM, Steve, and I'm joined by fellow D&D veterans Mike, Richard, Rick, and Nina as we all take a journey to crit fumble our way through learning Pathfinder. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. So for everyone who's new to the stream or to our YouTube, welcome. And if you've been with us for a while, welcome back. It's good to have you. Make sure this week to check out my GM prep video series. Let me qualify this. If you're a GM of this series who watches us because you like seeing the story being told, check out the GM prep series. My episode 6 went up last Sunday. It finished off book 1 of the adventure path. We are now officially done with Ruins of Gauntlight, and we get to start prepping for the Hands of the Devil, guys, which is Hands of the Devil.
Oh shit, that's something exciting right there.
Not Mukta really liked that one.
Thank you, Not Mukta, for sticking with me live and answering all my questions. Not Mukta always has the most questions, like, where's all the treasure hidden? What's the strongest weapon hidden on this level and stuff?
Where are the traps, you know?
Yeah, where are the traps? Speaking of, I must apologize to you, Mukta. We're 4 levels through the dungeon and you haven't seen a single trap, despite the fact you have a feat specifically to find traps. However, I will say there are traps, you guys just never saw them.
Hey, Mukta thinks he's doing a great job so far. So
Protecting everyone.
Make a trap.
Yeah, everybody else thinks you're doing a great job too, buddy.
Yeah, you should make one just so it feels good. That was a good idea. So, yeah, we don't have a lot of announcements tonight, and we got a lot to get through because we left off at a pretty cool spot where you guys peeked your head down into the level 4 dungeon and said, nope, Barking Dogman is where I draw the line, and went back upstairs. So we're going to get into that tonight.
How do you even get past that is my question.
Let's find out. Everyone at home, if you get a chance, follow our new Twitter account to keep up on the show. The Twitter handle is @RecallKnowledge. If you follow us there, you can get our live show announcements and stuff like that. Yeah, we have a dedicated Twitter handle for this show, which is cool. And keep your eye on that space because there might be some cool stuff coming down the pipeline, and you'll want to be the first of your friends to follow our Twitter feed.
Woo!
All right. Sorry, Rick, you're muted. You're still muted.
Nope. Still muted.
Mm-mm.
I was just testing you.
Got it. We're working out all the kinks now. All right. With that all done, in the bag, who's ready for some Pathfinder?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Viewers, sit back and relax. But players, let's jump into tonight's episode of the Abomination Vault, Ruins of Gauntlight, episode 20.
F's in the chat. Let's go.
See you guys in just a
The
minute.
lumber town of Otari, with its storied past and a fair share of sinister secrets, has been fairly quiet in recent decades. Over the 400 years since its inception, the surrounding area has been the launching pad for many famous adventurers, and as a result, most of the ancient ruins have been fully explored, much of their mysteries already solved. But when the mysterious Gauntlight, an eerie landlocked lighthouse, begins to glow with a baleful light, the people of Otari suspect it's an ominous prelude to sinister events. The call goes out for a new band of heroes to save the day. Those heroes are Mukta,
One's path in life may shift like the sands. You have to adapt or be buried.
Halarmony Higgins,
Can I play something for you?
New Lara,
Hey, I know that it's scary, but you have to get up. Okay? Take my hand. Ugh, very good. Let's go.
Clovis,
Nature is not to be put in order. Nature is order. It is for us to put ourselves in unison with this order.
The time has come to enter the Abomination Vaults, Ruins of Gauntlight.
And we're back. All right. So, as the camera fades in, we find a group of curious, slightly confused adventurers collected in the restricted section after retreating up a staircase, looking at each other, wondering, what did we just stumble into? The previous session, there's like a flashback, and you see a man on all fours barking loudly, ruff, 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 with a wolf by his side, yapping along in sync. Of all the horrors and all the terrible things you guys have seen down here, nobody expected a man and his pet. So you've taken a minute to retreat from level 4 of the dungeon, back up to the safety of the smoke-filled, slightly burnt-smelling restricted section to plan your next move. And I think we kind of got the camera kind of pans over and gets a full shot of Clovis's face, and kind of where we left off last week is Clovis is sort of like thinking back to his encounter with the angry man in town earlier that day, and he kind of was saying, "Hey guys, I'll let Clovis pick up." That's what he was saying at the end of last week's episode. So that's where we pick up tonight.
Hey guys, remember when I went to get my armor? So the guy was telling me about a werewolf that had gone into the city and had been killing people. And then he made an offhanded comment that I thought he was just joking. He said, "Well, it's not like we're all, we're not all werewolves here, are we? Haha." And after hearing that wolf down there, the hair on the back of my head just stood straight up. So he said that the druids out there, the clan, had ran this werewolf out of town. So either he lied and this is that werewolf that had been killing people, or they all are werewolves and given I know I'm a leaf druid, but still giving druids a bad name. So,
Can you turn into a wolf and talk to him?
I can turn into a bear and eat him.
Okay. Do we need to go back to the town, and instead of the ghost touch runes, we go ahead and buy the werewolf runes, or what is it called?
What would kill a werewolf? I mean,
I'd say we go down there and kill it.
If you would like, you can go ahead and give me a recall knowledge occultism check.
who's that for?
Well, whoever's trying to make the recall knowledge check.
I don't think Mukta would know. So Mukta was asking.
Who's the brains of the operation here?
Oh, that is clearly.
I would actually say, Hal, in this case, because I've been trying to come up with a way to use this skill for you. You have theater lore, right? Now.
Yes, I do.
In your history, has Hal ever been to a play that was about werewolves?
I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
there was one at one time was like scary werewolf in Neo Bell. Is that what it was called? I don't know. It was like off the main street.
I thought it was a werewolf in London you saw.
I think it was a werewolf in Absalom.
Oh, that makes sense.
That could have been it, but it was kind of not the main ones. It was off to the side, around the corner.
So, I'll let you choose what skill you would like to recall knowledge with here, if it's occultism or theater lore. I was like, here's a bone, and you kicked it out of my hand, so.
I don't think so. Occultism and theater lore is the same. So
Sure.
occultism.
That works. Now, remember, when you're talking about recall knowledge checks, because I'm very well versed in how recall knowledge works these days, the more specific the lore, the lower the DC. Although, in this case, I think theater lore and occultism are probably about the same. We're not talking like werewolf lore or like, things like that. So,
Yeah.
just
Okay. Well, here we go. Let's go see what we do.
first roll of the night.
Yeah, you can do it.
Bring it on.
You can do it.
Dirty 20. That's
20.
not
Dirty
bad.
20.
So, in your history with your studies in the occult and your knowledge in the occult, the equivalent of like a ghost touch rune for werewolves would be silver. If you have silver coated weaponry, that's their weakness. Muted.
We're gonna get
Somebody
signs.
was-
We're gonna get signs that we can all just hold up.
Somebody said
You-
maybe that if you give them some silver pieces, they go away. Perhaps. No, it wasn't silver coins. That's what I like. It was like, well, not silver coins. Kind of look like silver, but they're more shiny. But you can get. You have a silver weapon, Mukta? Didn't I give you a rapier?
You did give me this fine rapier, but I don't think there's any silver on it.
I could have sworn it was a lot shinier when I had it.
It definitely shines more, and it seems to pierce a little better, but I don't think there's any silver on it.
So, Nulara, being the leader of the pack, see what I did? What are we going to do about this man here? We got to get through this, or we want to go all the way back around in the level up there and come down the other hallway?
I think we have two options. We've always been a very cautious group, and I kind of want to ask if you want to try and talk to him. He seemed to understand common earlier. You've always had a
You did. We
gift
did talk to him.
with Gab,
Said-
yeah.
Yeah, we
I
talked to him.
said, "Do you understand common?" And he was like, and then he
said,
started barking at me again.
Yeah. And he did say, he said, "Get out of here! I will kill you all. You are not allowed to pass." It was
Is
very
that just true?
straightforward.
Because Mukta said like a very interesting thing earlier as well. He said that he's the first person alive that we ran to over here. So, I mean, I don't know if that bears anything. But
Other than the kobolds, of course.
Yeah. Well, this is the
yeah, the kobolds.
Can we take
That's
some-
human.
Yeah, the first humanoid.
Well,
yeah, yeah.
I can try to talk to him. I'm not sure if he's going to talk to me. If he starts growling at me and barking with his sharp teeth, I'm going to have to.
I'll protect you. I got you.
Can we take some of these silver coins we have and melt them down and stick your rapier in it? Will that
I
still
mean,
work?
do
Will
we
that
have
still
it? I think that requires like a forge and
work?
a little more equipment that we don't have down in this dungeon. I mean, I'm not the weaponsmith, but I don't think a campfire would be able to.
Yeah. I guess we haven't seen anything down here either that could do it.
Okay, well, I guess keep me covered or whatever it is you do. I'm going to start strumming the tune. It's kind of a creepy song. It's called Thriller, but maybe you've heard of it. I don't know. So let's go ahead. And I walk down the stairs and start playing a eerie tune on my lute. Try to get their attention. Maybe, Sang Su's The Savage Beast. That's a tongue
Wait.
twister.
Does anybody have like a stick or something? Maybe we can just throw it and see if he runs.
Let me check my
That's an excellent
backpack
idea.
really quick.
Mushy kind of looks like a stick. We could have him fly by and see if he chases them.
Oh, poor Mushi. I don't know if we want
Oh,
to
no,
do that
no,
to
he
him
can-
again.
Mushy can fly. Mushy can go real high, fly back over him. We won't be able to get him.
Well, if Hal's negotiations don't work, we can always try distracting him.
Oh,
So
it'll work. He's the mayor.
I'll stay back a little bit and try to maybe stay a little bit in the dim light in the shadows in the corner, if I can.
Maybe avoid notice.
Maybe. I don't. Who said that?
God.
Okay,
So-
open the door.
So the
Let's
plan is Hal's going to take the lead, have the door open, and just walk in strumming and try to smooth talk his way past the angry wolfman. Correct?
That is correct.
I
So-
will be right behind you.
So basically, we have Hal, and then Nulara, and then Clovis, and then Mukta hiding up in the stairwell still.
Yeah, I mean, if Hal can, or if the light can be brought forward more, and then I can kind of try to get in a corner where he might not see me. That's my plan.
Okay. So that's what happens. Like Nulara looks at Hal, you guys give a nod. Nulara opens the door for you, and with your music playing, you strum out. So as what you see, you look in this moment, the barking man, he's no longer barking, right? You see him like diving around, and he's like attacking a tiny little bug on the ground, like a cricket, and he's pounced it, and he's picked it up, and he's shoved it into his mouth, and he's like crunching the cricket, and out of the side of his eye, you kind of come into his view, and his eyes just kind of tilt just enough to side eye you, Hal.
Are you sure this is going to be the right plan? Nulara, look at that man. He's a beast.
You already see like the hair on the back of his neck starts like going up. He's already hunched on all fours. He's already in like a very angry defensive position, and he's just reiterating what he said is like, I told you this is my territory.
We don't want to take your things. We just want to pass through. Can we pass through? What do you want to? What can we give you so you could pass through? We get you. Can you fetch? Maybe a throw is a stick. Can I look at Clovis? No, maybe. Did you let us know?
Oh my god! Throw a stick.
I have my shield. I have my shield up, by the way. So.
Of course. So you're defending, yeah, and okay. Hal, can you do me a favor and make a diplomacy check here? So you're trying. He's hostile to you, right? This isn't like a neutral person that's like semi-listening. He's already hostile, which makes this kind of like a hard sort of thing to do. He also has, he has whatever his will DC is. So
since I am playing the music, do I get to use performance?
Mm-hmm. You do. This is what you do. Oh my gosh!
What is it?
It's a crit.
Rick, what'd you roll?
That was a 34.
Not only a 34, it was a natural 20.
Crits in the chat.
Those crits in chat.
Is that a critical success?
Oh, it absolutely is a critical success.
Nice.
So he stops for a second, and he like actually you've changed his disposition from hostile to neutral here, right? It's not like he's like your friend, but he's no longer actively ready to like murder you with this awesome check, by the way. So he like you see like a little bit of his teeth, like he kind of recedes his teeth a little bit and looks at you, and he asks if you have any sort of fresh meat. Maybe we could arrange a trade or a safe passage.
We have that meat from that person upstairs. They were laying on the ground. Here was a bunch of fresh meat, but you all burned it. Was there any more fresh meat? I don't have anything. I have just this road tack. That's terrible.
I mean, were the cultists' bodies gone when we came back up, or came back down?
No. They would have still, all the ones you killed that were like left sprawled around, they're still left wherever you left them, right?
And there was still that kobold body that was all kind of drained or whatever.
It was a kobold body upstairs that was half flayed, half eaten, but that's definitely fresh meat.
I mean, he probably was been living on kobolds for a while if he's been down here.
Yeah.
Go get that stuff. Go get one of those guys. He wants something to chew on.
Mukta was in the back, so I will run back up quickly and grab the kobold, who is probably almost as big as I am, and try to put him over my shoulders and come back down.
Yeah, so you drag the kobold, and all the viewers at home see this is not a kobold, this is a Morlock, but all this. That's only the viewers at home see that the characters here all think Morlocks are kobolds. It's a thing.
Of course.
So, yeah, you drag the Morlock down, and it's not the freshest meat, but it's a step up from eating cave crickets. And so now we have the body of the delightful Morlock brought downstairs. You offer it to him?
Will this work? And I kind of throw it in the middle somewhere, like further, not in front of Nulara. Just push it out with your There you go.
They you see like the wolf like kind of walks forward and like gives like a sniff, and then this man kind of like does the same thing and leans forward and goes, and you can see almost like the like salivating look on his face as he's really like, this is like for sure the best meal he's been offered in a long time. And he just says, "You're just passing through?"
That is correct. We want to pass through. Do you know this place? Do you know this level? Do you go outside of your little room here?
There's all kinds of strange evil on this level. No, I live here.
Which way is this strange evil?
He like basically points towards like the south, and he says, "If you go down that way, you're dealing with creepy ghosts. Steer clear." He points to like the north, and he like says, "Over there is the nightmare hallway."
You go there and you have bad dreams, or is it something else?
It never ends.
Oh, how long has he been down here, can you ask?
And then he points like at the like there's one more room like kind of down, but like a cavern that kind of leads a little passageway up. You can kind of see over his shoulder, and he points that way and he says, "That may be the creepiest of all. Some kind of shrine. Ghosts. One time I lost one of my wolves. Some of the bodies came to life and attacked us. I don't go anywhere except for here. This is my territory, my oasis."
And,
Sorry to hear that, friend.
DM, which way did we see the green light go?
South, where he's saying a ghost lives.
Ghost.
So he
Okay.
takes the body and he agrees to let you guys pass through his territory without a fight, if that's what you so choose to do, right?
Okay. So this is what it looks like. Down there is the evil temple shrine. Up there is the nightmares, and back there are the bodies that come alive. Which ones do you want to go?
That
We
the
should chase
green
that
light that was
Yeah.
that was to the south where he said the ghosts were. So
Okay,
we did just buy ghost runes for our weapons.
that is true.
Ready
So
now.
let us go.
Did you
Yep.
ask him why he's down here? I'm curious. to
Yeah,
see
like how
if,
long has he been here for?
curious
Is he
as
the
to-
werewolf?
Yeah, is he the werewolf that lied? They chased him down here, not out of.
So, friend, do you have a name? My name is Hal. Nice to meet you.
He's eating raw, like almost on the verge of being rotten, like Morlock meat, as he's like, and he looks up and he's got fresh blood like coming down his chin, and he just says, "Jaw."
Oh, Joe, you've been down here a while?
You can see your questions are starting to frazzle him, starting to like make the like fur on the back of his neck raise up a little bit as he's, you know, he like looks at you and he says, "I thought you were passing through, friend."
We are passing through. I'm just waiting for my friends. I just don't want to get too close to your meal. If you want to move it away, I don't want you to think I'm going to take any of it. I just want to go that way.
Then I suggest you and your friends get moving. And like
Okay.
the low guttural sort of growl he gives you lets you know that he's, you know, you guys are wearing your welcome thin by pushing your luck here. Now, could
Come on,
you
guys,
push your
let's
luck? Yes, but we're talking about another roll to take him from like
crit.
neutral into like friendly territory.
Let's get the hell out of here.
So
Let's
here's
get
the
this
thing,
light.
right? You step into this room. You're in a pavilion. I'll read the description again because I read it last week, so it's been a while. This immense cavern is cold and damp. Water drips from condensation above into a large, still lake. Thick patches of moist mushrooms, some nearly 4 feet tall, grow along the western shore of the lake. And there's a narrow trickle of water kind of flowing southwards. Your guys are standing on a pavilion. It's 35 feet long. It's in the middle of the lake, and it's elevated 10 feet off the ground into the dark water below. And the entire pavilion, the whole surface, you guys, it's a little slippery, a little covered in some kind of fungus that that like a slight mold that's growing on its surface. And there's definitely a bridge to the north that leads to where he's saying is the Nightmare Hallway. There's no easy way south other than climbing down or hopping down into the water or something like that.
How far? What kind of drop? What's
10
the
feet.
distance on the drop? 10 foot.
Yep.
Okay.
You're elevated 10 feet over, so it's 10 feet down into the water below.
Okay. Lara, I think I need a rope. I don't want to go down there. And I can't see anything. You want to move up so I can see?
Yeah. Give me one second. Here's the rope too.
All right. I will go ahead and try to rappel down the bottom.
Wait, can you see how?
I can't see shit. I mean,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, you move in with your shield glowing and light it up a bit.
Can I put it on top of my trident?
You want it on your weapon
Just
instead
like,
of... Yeah, you can put it on your trident instead of your shield. Well, you gotta ask Clovis to do it, but Clovis could do it for you.
Can you drag
Oh,
Lucy to me,
Clovis, can you?
Steve? Yeah, what do you want me to do? Put it on your trident?
Yes, please.
So Clovis, I stop it on the shield and I reposition the light on her
yes.
trident.
Okay, so now it's on the trident.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So you fashion the rope and then you're gonna descend down into the water. Can you give me...
As much as I don't want to, yes.
All right, can you give me an athletics check, Hal? Is anyone assisting Hal?
I will. Can I please assist Hal?
Sure. Nulara, give me your athletics check first. Now, this athletics check is like kind of our group's nemesis, gravity. We've not had good luck with this in the past. At least you're falling into water this
you're
time.
going into the water willingly. Here, hang on a second. Just
The first one.
that would be 22.
Okay. With a 22.
23, sorry.
With
23.
a 23, that's enough to give Hal +1 on his check. So Hal, can you make an athletics check with a +1 circumstance bonus from your ally helping you?
All right.
I think descending this rope down, we're talking like a DC 10 check. It's not that
Am I allowed
hard.
to give him guidance too on top of that?
You can.
All right. I'll give him
Oh,
guidance.
perfect.
Is
that
guidance... What kind of bonus is guidance?
Status.
Status? Yeah, they stack then.
Yeah. +1 status bonus.
All right. Take guidance. Take... Nular. So I think with the Nular giving you a 23, it's actually a crit success because the DC's 10. So +2 here. Hal, +4 more from guidance, right? So...
Just one. So 3 total.
Yes, 3 total. The DC's 10, so this shouldn't be too hard for you, Hal.
What? Gonna roll a 1.
Don't curse him like that.
Ooh, man, the 1 was up on the screen for a second.
Very deftly, you descend the rope with Nulara kind of like holding and helping and guiding you, and you kind of go down into the water, and you feel, as you get to the bottom of the rope, you feel down into the bottom of the water. You don't feel the surface immediately. Like there's some depth to this water.
It is disgusting. There are pond scum on this pond. I want to quickly swim across and jump up onto this ledge.
Yep. So there's large, steep, sort of like fungus covered edges to the water, and I'm not going to make you do a roll. I'm going to kind of all roll this into one check, but you manage to like get up the side. But by the time you get up through these like mushroom grown on the banks, you're now covered in a slight film, a slight layer of fungus. Your feet are covered in it, and you're soaking wet. But you're safe.
I knew I should have. I should have taken that spell that Omarion gave me, the one that makes me clean myself up or anybody else. This is awful. This has almost worked in that river drake, and that memory just that Clovis smells like.
Oh, you're doing amazing.
Can't believe he actually jumped in.
As Hal says that I look down at my new leather armor and go, wasn't too bad, Hal. Got my leather out of that.
Yeah, that is a good thing. But it smells not like mushrooms, but like other things.
So who's next down into the murky water?
I will. I can go down for the light.
Okay. Give me your athletics check. I don't even know if it's possible for you to fail this. I guess it's always possible if you roll a natural 1. Anything's possible.
Will be 29.
Easy. You slide down so stylishly, like down the thing. Stop at the last second, like stop your momentum, and then descend into the water and like swim across and join Hal on the banks. No problem.
Hey, it's your turn, guys.
Well, now that I got this leather on, I might fail this.
It's true. And Nulara's
really?
not there to help anymore because Nulara's already gone.
I should have saved the guidance for myself.
Does doing this
You can give
count as
guidance to yourself.
assisting?
All I can still do, but there it is.
So the weight of your heavy armor that's too heavy for you because you're weighed down by this armor, and your natural unathleticism in the first place takes its toll. And the minute you put your weight on the rope, your hands slip and you tumble all the way down to the water and make a huge splashing noise. However, I don't think you have the potential to take any fall damage. Don't you have a feat that prevents that?
I do. Well, yeah, right now it's, I think, up to 10 feet.
So this is a 10-foot fall. So no matter how bad you fall, you don't take fall damage. You just splash loudly into the water. As you go underneath, you're struggling under the water. It takes all of your strength and all of your energy to get yourself back to the surface and breathe. You picked a bad time to put too heavy of armor on.
But I have cat fall, so
And I think as you make it to the banks, Nulara has to reach down and grab your hand and pull you up onto the banks. And the front of you just like, gets drugged through the what do you call it? The moss and the fungus. Yeah. That leaves just Mushi. No, sorry, Mushi can fly down. That leaves Mukta.
yeah, Mushi can fly. Yeah.
Mushi just like flitters and flies like a. What does he look like when he flies? Does he fly like a helicopter? Does he fly like a paper airplane?
More like a paper airplane.
That's a weird. He like folds himself up and goes.
Yeah, just goes.
All right, Mukta. You glance back over your shoulder. They've already devoured half of this kobold's body.
Some creatures have no class. And what is the Pathfinder rules on jumping? I'm not really familiar with that.
Like jumping into the water?
Like, could I jump to the shore?
All the way to the shore. That's a good question.
Like, how far is the edge of the platform to the closest edge of the shore?
From where you are to where they are. So here's the interesting thing too. The mushrooms on the edge of the bank are pretty tall because the tallest ones that go up to like 4 feet tall. So it's only a 6-foot drop if you were to run and leap and land on the mushroom. So it's obvious it's not something that's impossible. So for you to take a leap, it's an action. You can leap up to 10 feet if your speed's 15 feet and you land in the space where the leap ends. This is less than 10 feet to that. So as long as you get a 10-foot running jump, I think you have enough speed to land on the mushrooms.
All right, I will back up to here. I have no weapons or anything in my hand, so I have a 30-foot speed.
Uh-huh.
I will run and try to jump on top of the mushrooms, and from there jump on next to the party.
Very awesome. Why don't you give me an acrobatics check for that? Not to see if you can make the jump. You can make the jump. It's more about sticking the landing because you're landing on a mushroom that could like give a little bit.
All right. That's 22.
Yeah. Look at this, Mukta. You guys are all soaking wet, disgusting, gross, and Mukta does a running leap acrobatic flip exactly like you described it, lands off the mushroom and 3-point lands next to you guys on the ground.
That was easy. Shall we?
And you look back up and now you're like 10 feet below and all you hear other than the dripping sort of sounds of water off the top of the cavern is just the disgusting devouring and like the howling of a wolf and a man as you leave them in the darkness to enjoy their meal.
Well done. I hope I can get this clean. I mean, I am still wearing the clothes from the Manor ball, and I just ruined them. That's terrible.
I'm sure. Hey, if you win, then
Right.
you get more.
As many outfits as you want, I'd imagine.
Yeah, we can go back to that bathhouse we went to. That was nice.
Yeah, that could
You
be
see-
like our reward for all of
Do you
this.
think the manor house has a bass house like contained on it on the back side of
Oh.
it with like lattice and awnings and stuff?
I would say it must. I would think so.
Yeah,
When you
I'm
become
sure
mayor,
as
we
mayor,
will, we will
you can
find out.
approve the,
you can
the
do
zoning
whatever
and
you want.
permits, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true. Okay, very good. Well, Nalara leads the way to the evil
You're
thing
the
was
light
the
source.
ghost.
So how you're not using your dancing lights right now, right? You're just relying on Nulara's trident flashlight.
That is right.
Okay.
I am detecting the magic.
So here's what you see as you guys kind of turn the corner here, right? So you turn the corner, and to the south as you do your little like flashlight and the whole area lights up, there's a rusty metal chute protruding from the ceiling down to the west here, coming over to end over a pool of stagnant, slimy water. And you pause for a second because underneath the pipe, you see a huge mound that takes a weird, monstrous shape, and you feel this weird creature looking back at you. It looks like this, and I'm talking, this thing is huge. It's like 20 feet across. It goes from the edge of the pipe all the way to the edge of the water, and it's just crammed underneath this pipe.
So
And
we've
it-
got
It could easily
lots of sharp teeth and sharp tentacles, and
Yeah, and then you take a step back instinctively, getting like ready for it to like attack or move, but it's very apparent that like it's completely motionless. And as your eyes sort of like focus on it a bit, its entire body is encased with like a thin layer of fungus, and it's just lying there dead, covered in fungus.
I still poke it just to make sure.
Yep.
Don't
You-
poke the.
You get
Whichever.
close and you put out the trident and you give it a poke. As you do, like it gives a little bit, like you poke it and there's like almost like a deflating sound, and part of the body like a little tuft of air comes out, like, and like part of it folds in on itself and it shifts a little bit, and it has this weird otherworldly movement to its body before it comes to rest in its new sort of shape. And there's a little puff of like spores that goes up in the air around you, Nulara. Can you make me a fortitude saving throw?
Oh, of course.
yeah, Mukta was joining Hal, just about to say, "Don't poke the."
Fortitude?
Fortitude save, yeah.
Nah.
You've poked it and it's like emitted a cloud of fungus over your head.
18.
Okay, you get like a slight tingling in your nose that forces you to sneeze, but like that's the worst you get of it.
Steve, can I use cave lore to try to maybe find out what kind of
Ooh.
fungus this is and how to?
How many
Ooh,
lores
avoid
does
its,
Mokta have?
Nice.
I would love nothing more than for you to use your cave lore, so give it to us.
Nice.
Yes, use that cave lore.
Hmm.
11.
An 11, unfortunately, no. It looks like every other fungus. It's very hard to place. It doesn't look like any of the commonly dangerous ones you know to completely avoid. I'll say that.
All right.
But like looking at the situation, if you're looking to like avoid touching this thing, because it basically exists in like this whole space here. Let me draw it here. Like this whole space under the pipe is filled by it. But you guys can get up and like climb over the metal chute and like get through it if you don't want to touch it.
I'm not sure exactly what this fungus is, but if it could kill that creature, I think we should do our best to avoid it.
It's very fair.
I would agree with Mukta. Do not poke the lair of the fungus
Okay.
again.
That's why I asked you to talk to the wolfman earlier. I was afraid that it would backhand me too. Okay.
Nulara, do you think you could maybe help give me a boost?
Yeah. Are you ready? Where you at?
Yeah.
And
So there's a quick scene here. I'm not going to make you guys make any rolls for this, but little help with each other, boosting up, getting over, crawling over. And like the whole time, this like large, monstrous 20-foot long creature just lying here dead for God knows how long, covered in this weird kind of fungus. And as you kind of get across this obstacle, oh, and I will say, like, as you cross it, you look up, right? When you're standing on the chute, you can see the chute goes up, and it's a tiny space, big enough for you guys to squeeze through. Up, up, up. It's kind of steep, and it looks like it leads up somewhere as well. Like, I think if you put your token, for instance, on that square, you should be able to see up it. Especially if Laura does it with the light.
Do you want to go up there and take a look?
Where at? Right here?
Is there something?
Yeah, it looks like, I think it's like hard to see beyond that point because it's so steep, but you can see it goes up to there and it keeps going.
All right.
It's not ending.
And it's it's also covered in a thin coat of like slimy fungus, so it's very slippery. But yes, Mukti, what can you do?
All right. I don't know what the role this would be, but I have something called Warren Navigator.
Okay.
You're particularly good at solving mazes and navigating twists and turns. You
Okay.
gain the trained proficiency rank in survival, and then blah blah blah. You can sense direction against the maze spell. But would I be able to try to sense direction of where the chute might be leading from in the upper levels?
I think it would help you to sort of ascertain like directions, like northeast, southwest. I don't think using your War Navigator is going to help you figure out like maybe where it's leading, because you have no way to know what's up there. So I don't think like a sense direction is really looking here, but you could easily maybe use a different kind of like recall knowledge check or a perception. Even a straight perception check might tell you more information than you guys are getting on surface level here, or an investigation check, for instance.
Yeah, I'll try that perception investigation.
Yep. You could also maybe try to figure out what this creature is, or what what it maybe. There's lots of things. I just don't think sense direction works here.
Alright.
I am sorry that I am the mean DM.
Never let us have any fun.
I know. Bring it on.
Oh,
Mukta
that was a
fails.
natural one.
Natural one. Mukta fails in chat, please, because we went from
no.
Yeah, Mukta failed. So Mukta, you don't ascertain anything more about this situation. It just looks like a weird, rusty, moldy, fungusy pipe. But as always, I always allow at least 2 checks per group. So if somebody else would like to make a check, they can.
I'm not going to go up there. I don't know what it is. Maybe, Clovis, maybe you know better.
Kind of check. What is it? See?
Well, you tell me what you're trying to do, right? What is it Clovis is trying to do?
Oh, and I actually rolled initiative, and that was only it should have been an 11 instead of a 13.
Oh, that's true. So Clovis, what is it your character is doing in this moment?
Just trying to figure out where the pipe is going and what is all the stuff on the pipe. What is that? Is it fungus or what is that?
Okay. So why don't you give me that would probably be an investigation check, I think.
Perception.
Oh yeah, sorry, there's no investigation in this game. Perception.
Yeah, I'm looking for like.
I'm so used to D&D. Yeah. Okay, with a 20 is like so investigation in this game usually uses like a recall knowledge skill to like understand, but like just looking for clues and stuff is like perception. So you look at the way that the shape of the pipe is, the slight sort of mildewy fungus, the solid pool of water. The thing that comes to your mind, which you've not experienced a lot of time in your forest, but you think back to your youth spent in like the cities and stuff, and some of the nicer, more expensive mansions you've lived in. This looks like a garbage chute, and you feel like maybe this is just where somebody would toss out trash and have it like tumble down into the water down here, and maybe this creature could have something to do with that. So if you were to go up this chute, you would expect it to maybe lead to a kitchen or something similar.
I echoed that to you guys. So this looks like it's like a garbage chute. So probably a kitchen, maybe up that way. Maybe that thing back there was eating all the trash coming down. Not sure.
Oh,
Mm,
You got
That's
some
good to
fungus
know
and maybe died.
if we ever come across
a kitchen.
a kitchen in the
Yeah.
upper levels. Avoid anything that would come down here. I don't think any of us want to fall in all that fungus.
Probably not. So, that leaves two choices, right? You can continue south. You don't know which way the light went, right? Because you lost sight with it. So the light either could have gone south more because the caverns kind of continue on. You can see up ahead more water, like the ground kind of descends into a very dark, murky pool of water. Or you have a chance to go up the garbage chute and see what's up there. Hal does
You guys want to
detect
go up or keep
your
going
detect
down?
magic, Hal. It like rings out all around you, and it's not picking up any magical sense around you at all.
okay, very good.
What did the man say again about, like, if we go south, what should we expect again?
He said we
Ghosts.
should, ghosts and some kind of shrine or something like that.
I think the shrine was to the west.
It was kind of like to the west-ish, and if you look back north, not from where you are because you've already lost it, but when you were like leaving, jumping to the mushroom mukta, you looked up to like the northwest side of the room. There's very clearly a cavernous pattern, like a cavern that leads like up as kind of a natural hallway up to something. You can't see the top of it, obviously. Also, Nular, can you give me a perception check real quick?
Yes.
No reason.
That would be
Oh.
26.
26. So as you kind of gotten closer and closer to the south, this quote unquote ghost type thing, you feel goosebumps. Your hair is like standing on edge. There's a cold sort of presence in you. It's almost like you're being repelled. Like it doesn't want you to be coming south. Like something there is pushing you away, trying to keep you away, but it's so faint. It's just like a sort of feeling in the back of your mind.
I think we should go south.
Okay, let us go. You lead the way.
And like
Okay.
every step, Nular, as you lead the way down there, you guys go ahead and move yourself that way. Every step you take, that feeling gets a little stronger, a little uneasy, as like you feel something kind of repelling you from coming here.
I was never one to say no when someone tells me to go away. Oh,
Right.
where am I?
And so yeah,
Is this
you
water?
yes, so you get to there, and it basically a rocky, so you step down and there is water, and you kind of feel the depth with it. It's not too deep. The water itself is only, I think it's like, doesn't, yeah, so it's like 3 feet deep. So you can step in, it kind of comes up to about your knee level. But it's completely dark. So as you look into it, you actually can't see the bottom. And you use your trident to feel and realize it's about 3 feet deep if you were to wade into it.
Oh, okay. It's either we swim or we climb. I feel. What are we more comfortable with? You're on mute.
Hal, you're
already wet,
whispering.
it
I
does
can't
not
hear.
matter. I'm trying to talk to myself to be able to say I can do it. You can make it. I'm already dirty. It doesn't matter if we swim. I don't want to climb things. If I can avoid it.
Hell, maybe this water's clean and it'll clean all that crap off of it. There's
Oh,
some
you
clean
think
water.
so?
I don't know. We're still.
Okay, let me go look.
I mean, it seems it's not as deep yet, but I can't say for sure if it'll stay below our knee.
Yeah, Hal plunges into the water, and it like goes up to his knees, and you find solid ground. But it's eerie because you look down, and it's just so dark that you can't even see your own feet in the water.
I don't think it is clean water. I can't see it, and I am pretty tall. Mokta might need to get a piggyback.
I was gonna. Mokta, do you wanna? I go now.
I think get us my move that.
Yeah. It's definitely like as you guys walk around.
Like 94 Mokta.
Poor Mukta. It's definitely difficult terrain as you guys are walking through this space, right?
Oh, by the way, is that green light is over that way?
Yeah,
Where?
how like off to the dark because you don't have light because Nulara is kind of still back there, but you see a light, and so like Nulara's like where, and Nulara splashes into the water, right, and pushes past you, like kind of ducks you, like pushes you down in your face in the water a little bit, Hal, and gets over you to look.
Sorry.
And you can see at the end, you kind of have a glowing green light, and you can see Nulara, especially with your dark vision. There's a low rocky isle here, less than a foot above the surrounding water. So in this sort of water that kind of goes all the way there, it rises up and makes a tiny makeshift isle with a fine layer of like pale green mushrooms and mold. And there's a humanoid skeleton dressed in rotten leather armor, clutching a rapier, lying in a heap at the top of the island with the green light glowing right over the top of it.
I relay this to everyone. Do you see that?
Mukta was just about ready to jump on the back of Nulara and piggyback, and then she rushes forward into the water and.
Sorry, Mokta.
I would kill you, Mukta, but I am.
So you send out a pulse of detect magic, Hal, and you definitely get magical pings coming back.
There is magic around here, and if it is heightened, I can tell what.
I don't think you have third levels yet because you only have second
that
level,
is correct.
so it's not heightened to third level yet.
That is unfortunate.
Next
I
level.
need to kill more things.
I need to kill more things so I can detect magic better. Yeah. And so as you're watching this light, you watch as the light like goes down into the body and just blinks out.
Oh, Nulara,
Oh,
Push
wow,
on
this
your
might
shoulder.
be like, yeah.
go.
To it?
Go.
What if it's like a more powerful corpse light?
Then we run.
Oh, okay. Mokta, do you still want to get on my shoulder?
Are you very fast? Can you run very fast, Nulara?
Yeah, nah.
Not so
I
much?
can. Yeah, no, I'm not too fast.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Oh, that is classic.
I step on Hal's shoulders as he's 3 feet in the water, and then I leap off his shoulders and onto Nulara's back.
All right.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, you guys are kind of making your way through this water, through this sort of thing, and you're approaching the body, right? And you guys get to about here, and as you get here and kind of start crossing the threshold into that room, there's a like the goosebumps go even higher on your skin, Nulara. Nobody else is feeling it. It's a purely Nulara thing. But in that moment, the fear, the like anger, or the feeling of being pushed away, it goes away instantly. It's just like a snap, and it's replaced by like kind of a warmth. And you watch as a small ghostly spirit rises up out of the skeletal body and appears on the island in front of you, like this.
Ooh.
And as this ghostly figure appears, it's got like a slight green glow to it. It looks like a humanoid man. He definitely has like a pale, sort of like rotten look to him, sunken eyes. Looks fairly beat up. But let's see.
Can I sense motive on this guy while I'm far away?
Yeah, give me a sense motive check. That'd be a perception.
Perception.
So
That'll be 21.
okay. You've dealt with some angry ghosts and you've dealt with some neutral ghosts. This is a new thing. This ghostly spirit, you feel like it's friendly. And it like rises up and its eyes like kind of lull over your ways, and you see like a slight smile on his face, and it says, "Finally, I've been dying to meet you all."
Hello?
Really? Usually my jokes get a lot better response than that.
I think he was that was quite good. I like it.
I just had a very interesting experience with another ghost. I thought she was making a joke, but she took it pretty personal and killed me.
Good times.
Yeah.
And so he smiles and he says, "Well, I've been down here a long time waiting for," and he stops mid-sentence, and he gets like a serious look on his face, and his hand like points up, and he goes super pale even for a ghost, and he says, "Beware the eyes of empty death," and he points behind you. And so in the back, right behind Clovis and Hal, you guys turn your shoulders and you look right behind the two of you in this dark space. Two giant yellow glowing eyes that must belong to a creature like 15 feet across blink into existence and stare at you. And you can feel this gaze piercing your soul. It's kind of that slow-mo move where you look back and you're almost like scared to death of this yellow glowing light. What would you guys do in that first moment?
I'm going to move away as fast as I can.
Yes.
You're going to try, but you're not able to because we're about to roll initiative. So
I would try to hide even more behind Nulara's back.
Yep. So we are rolling initiative, right? These things are definitely aggressive. This ghostly creature's pointing at you. He's gone pale. He's scared of him. But as it looks like a giant face with two creatures, like two eyes of a creature, but slowly they start to flitter around a little bit, and you realize they're not actually two eyes belonging to a single creature. They're two distinct glowing yellow flashes of light, like flittering in the air. So it's actually two separate creatures. So in this case, players, go ahead and roll me initiative.
Clovis, how? Kind of too close to you guys.
So would you say I would be avoiding notice behind Nulara's back?
I'll let you avoid notice, yes.
Would I be defending while talking to this very sweet man?
I think you were defending.
Okay.
That is a 30 from Mukta.
That would be, 30. 27.
27. What else you guys get?
For Nulara.
Hal got a 28. Clovis.
28 for Hal. He's going
Dang,
to
we are rolling so well.
Also, Mushi does not get a turn. Sorry, Mushi. Oh, and
I clicked on because he was on top of my token.
Yeah. So, okay, so
Oh, guys, level 4 combat.
that's true. We haven't done level 4 combat yet, have we?
Oh, that's right.
Uh-huh. Oh, let's go.
So, in this first instance, as the eyes of empty death have come for you both, Mukta, hiding behind Nulara, straddled on her back like Yoda on the back of Luke Skywalker. What would you like to do?
All right. Thinking that this is a ghost, because he said it's the empty eyes of death, and this is where the ghost things are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leap off of Nulara's shoulders.
Okay. Remember, this is
And-
difficult terrain, so every time you like move, it's like twice as much movement.
Yep. So I'm technically on Nulara's square, right?
Technically,
Or
yeah.
behind her. All right.
Yeah.
So 10, 20,
Uh-huh.
and I pull out my rapier, and I
Okay.
strike.
And it's flat-footed because you beat it in initiative, correct?
Yep.
Give me the strike.
And this does have the rapier does have the ghost touch rune. If
This
it's
is-
a ghost, I don't know.
This is the ghost touch rune.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Let's go.
Hero point. Hero point.
Hero
Remember in
point.
chat, if you have hero coins you've been saving up, now might be a good time to give some to your favorite heroes. So let's use that hero point.
I have to keep up the tradition of using my hero point immediately in the first roll of
It makes it
It's
more
been the
likely.
trend.
Yeah, more
Let's
likely
roll
for someone to
level
give you
4.
another one. Oh, Mr. Bebop in chat gives you a hero point. Thank you, Mr. Bebop.
Thank you.
Oh,
So go ahead and re-roll that attack.
Rooting for you.
All right. Still a miss. That's a 3.
You bumped it from a 2 to a 3.
So that's a 14.
Yeah, you flick out with the rapier. You're trying to hit this thing. You don't get anywhere near it. It's like hard. What is it? It's just a flittering yellow light, right? You find nothing that takes purchase. You miss. But you still have a hero point, thanks to Mr. Bebop.
Thank you, Mr.
Beep Boop. Sorry. Beep Boop.
Alright, and I will strike again for my third action. Staying where I am. Because knowing that Hal and Clovis are here as well.
Okay. Use
or
up that
actually,
second attack, maybe?
New Lara then wouldn't be able to get through. We'll see. Nah, I got that.
Oh,
Do you want to tell us what that
That's a
roll is?
Natural 1.
So in the last 3 rolls, you rolled a 2, a 3, and then a 1.
Let's get those rolls out of the way.
It's getting lower and lower and lower.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
get it out of the way.
Yeah,
Get it out of the way.
you're going lower, now you gotta start back.
There's
at
a
the top.
reason our emote is Mukta fail.
No.
Because he has a history of getting natural ones. All right, well, that's the end of Mukta's turn.
That's the end of my turn, yes.
Let me just make sure they don't get to do anything to you in this moment. They do not. Okay, perfect. Hal, you're next.
all right. Looking up at this scary stuff, I'm on the wrong side. I will take a step.
So, I will point out you cannot take a step in difficult terrain.
Oh, ding ding. Okay, then I will try to just run away.
I'm pretty sure that's true. Because it uses more movement than you can in a step. Yeah, you carefully move 5 feet. You cannot step into difficult terrain.
Excellent.
So it will
I want
take...
to- Okay, so hang on.
If it has an opportunity attack, it would have a shot at you here.
Yeah. But knowing I can't step and I might get hit, I will probably use Inspire Defense
Okay.
as a single action. Just the one, not lingering or necessary.
Not lingering, just doing it. Bling. Put it up. It's just a 1. Everyone gets it for 1 turn, right?
Yep.
So you guys can all add Inspired Defense to your tokens. The 1 round version.
I was so tanky right now.
And that's 1 action. So you still got 2.
So I'm going to try to move away.
Okay. You move away. It does not get an opportunity attack.
I will move. You said it's difficult terrain. How much movement is that for me? I can move 25.
So 10 for the first one, 20. So that's as far as you can move.
All right. I want to cast Inspire Courage with the Lingering Composition.
Oh. So this will overwrite the Inspired Defense one then, right?
Yes, it will.
Okay. So we shouldn't have added it to everyone because now you guys got to all remove the Inspired Defense that you had. And you're going to get the Inspire Courage, assuming you don't critically fail the performance, right?
Right. All right. Here we go.
Performance check. Very good. Okay, you guys,
27?
you succeed. So you guys all get Inspire Courage for 3 rounds to replace your Inspire Defense.
And that is all my turn.
I never switched over to the battle screen. Come on, guys, yell at me. Come on, chat. Nobody's telling me I'm not on the battle screen. Look how awesome this screen is.
Steve.
I know. People in chat tell me when I don't go to the battle screen. Okay.
It was Theater Lore of the Mind.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Theater of the mind.
All right. So, in this moment, let's see. So Mukta, you're standing here, right? You're in the dark. You're fighting this like large, like yellowy, flashing light. It's not large, but this yellow flashing light. All of a sudden, you feel this cold sort of like embrace that pulls up and makes you feel a little icky, I guess is the best way to describe it. And up from your shadow, which is underwater, you see the ghost that was back on the island, like pulls himself out of your shadow, looks at you in the eyes, and says, oh, right, excuse me, sorry about this. and uses your shadow to reach out and make a ghostly hand attack at this yellow light.
Consent first, please. Consent first.
He did not get consent. He just makes his attack. Oh, he rolled a 3, which is
That's what
not
happened.
great. But he got a 22, which is enough to hit. He deals 17 points of negative damage to this thing. This thing takes the full negative damage. It's not immune or resistant or anything. It's injured. It's not dead. And can you do me a favor? Can you make a fortitude saving throw, Mukta?
All right. That's a 27.
Okay.
Now I can roll well.
Yeah, well, that's good because something here was about to infect you, but you were able to like push it out of your body, and then Otari, like this guy, like with this ghost guy, turns and looks at you, Mukta, and is like, "The eyes, beware the eyes!" As he's like disappears back and reappears on his body on the island, and that's his turn.
Don't need to say it again. It's right in front of me.
Okay, Nulara.
Okay, so for my first action, I'm going. Could I fit here? Would that require an athletics check to
No, you could fit there.
squeeze in through
But
there?
that's right. It's 10, 20, 30 feet to get
Oh,
between
right.
them. And then 10 more feet to get there. So it'd be 40 feet of movement to get there.
40. Yeah, but I'll use 2 actions to get here.
Okay.
And
So you
don't
push.
forget to put Inspire Courage on you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're missing Inspire Courage. And it looks like you guys nobody took off.
I don't know how to take.
Yeah,
off
I'm not
the-
sure how to take off
Oh.
the.
On your
Defense.
character sheet.
Under the
You know, there
effects
was
tab,
star.
yeah, on your character sheet.
I didn't know.
Oh,
Can't stack them.
Okay.
it kind of automatically deleted itself after I put Inspire Courage on, unless someone took it out. Okay. Anyway, I did say I was holding the trident because it's the flashlight, right?
Yep. You got the trident.
So yeah,
your ship.
so I am going to, for my last action, hit this thing with
Okay.
my trident.
Yeah, it's flanking, so
Okay, perfect. So that would be 29 to hit.
not a oh no, that is a crit.
Oh,
Crits in
nice.
chat.
Nice. Crit in chat.
Awesome. Mukta,
Oh,
it's
Chron-
not a ghost and I'm not punching it, but I got you.
It is not a
Oh,
ghost.
why is it power attacking? Hang on, please disregard that.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It's dead.
Oh.
Okay. It has 1 hit point.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It died right away.
That's not even the crit damage. That's just regular damage.
Oh boy.
It doesn't matter. It had 1 hit point.
Yeah, it had 1 hit point.
Okay. So you cut through,
I'm
and
so
then
confused.
the yellowish glow like cuts. Like there's a slight like screaming noise as it like dissipates. Gone. This eye is no longer a threat.
I feel like something else is gonna happen soon.
That's all 3 actions, correct?
Yes.
All right. So, as you're standing here, Hal, you're in the back of the group. You're now in safety, right? You don't see this, but the camera shifts, and we get like a point of view of this thing floating from the cave towards you. And this invisible creature is it moves to the space right next to you, and then it lashes out and you can't see it, so you're flat-footed to it. It's going to attack you with an electric shock attack. So from the middle of nothing, all of a sudden it zaps you in the butt. And it doesn't like hang on, let me see. It doesn't, let's see.
You know how your electric arc feels.
It's an electric arc. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this attack against you. That is
Nice.
a 20.
That will hit me, will it?
And you're flat-footed, so that'd be -2.
Yep.
So yeah, so it definitely hits. So it didn't roll high, but it still hits you. And you take, so it's an electric arc. You take 15 points of electric damage, Hal, as it
That's a
zap.
plus 17. Jesus.
Yes, and as it does that, you can't. It doesn't become visible, and for just a second, like Mukta, Clovis, anyone in that area, like everyone in the party sees a lightning zap from this square next to Hal, and is aware that there is something invisible in that square at the moment. And then, for its third action, it attacks you again. Let me see. Yep. Attacks you again. That's a 28 to hit, and you're flat-footed, and I think that's a crit.
19, 20, yep.
All right, Hal, you get crit by this thing.
Wasn't terrible.
No, that's better than 3056. Is that
Wait,
what
it didn't
Laura got?
actually roll.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. Right? No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it did. It just... Okay. So you take 18 more electric damage, Hal, from this thing.
Damn.
I'm not seeing your rolls in Founder, though. Anybody else?
I can see them.
I see the
Is it
dice rolling, but I don't see it in, like, what the sits are, like how much you rolled.
You might want to refresh then? I'm seeing it. But that's the end, as this thing is now... now you're aware there's another thing here, something more than these 2 yellow lives. Clovis.
Thing in front of me, I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Ooh.
That's a DC 20 reflex save.
So you're doing it at this guy right in front of you, like the yellow
Yes.
flashing thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Guy right in my face.
All right. Basic reflex save.
I want to burn him.
Burn him.
He gets a 20, so that's a success. So he takes half damage.
Let me see if I get all ones again.
Okay, 2 4s. That's reasonable. So it takes 4 points of fire damage. Like, it's a 15-foot cone, but you're blasting into a wall 5 feet away, so the flames go out and just, like, lick the walls and split away from you as you just unleash all of your flames right at this light, and it takes 4 points of damage.
And then I will raise my skill.
Okay. So, Clovis, you're right on this thing, and as you, like, and your spell ends, you raise your shield, you see this thing kind of, like, starts doing this weird sort of, like, figure 8 flicker light dance, and it flickers, and you feel your eyes almost, like, blinking a bit. It's going to use the flicker action. Can you make a will save for me? Now, I will say, for the purposes of this howl, this is a like a visual effect. Oh.
Yes! That's a crit, baby!
Dang! Mike has been critting every
Natural 20
week.
for Clovis for a total of 32, so it tries to
shield up, I got my Drake on, I'm like...
It tries to memorize you.
I'm trying to combat and face on something, I'm like, I can do it!
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Damn,
Actually,
though.
I got to take one thing
That's
back. You unleash this.
No,
No.
we're
Your
done.
crit's fine. Your crit's fine. You succeed against the effect.
Don't ruin my happiness. Right?
You are not. You can feel this thing trying to get in your mind. You've pushed it out of your mind, but you unleashed this burning hands on this thing. Like, after it was done, you looked at it, completely unharmed by your spell.
Oh.
It took no damage.
No.
And then so it's tries to mesmerize you as a 2-action thing. It fails. So now it does its own little electric arc zap at you, Clovis. 17 is not going to hit.
And I laugh at him.
All right, that's
You
its turn.
cannot arc me.
Top of the round, Mukta.
All right, seeing Hal in trouble, I will use 2 actions to move 40 feet.
Okay. Yep. Right past
And
the invisible thing that you can't see.
This was the square, right?
It is, yeah.
All right. I am going. Would it be considered flanked?
It is hidden from you. It is not flanked.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
definitely not flanked with that square at that angle, but it's also hidden. So,
Right, so it's
the first thing,
so
if you're going to use an action to attack it, correct?
I'm gonna
You,
try. Yeah.
You don't. So right now you're just hoping you hit it because you have not used the
Yeah.
like seek action or anything. So if you're going to make an attack, use an action. Let's start with the flat check, a DC 11 flat check.
All right. It's a 15.
Okay, so you hit it. It's in that square still. Your flat check passes. Now make the attack roll.
All right.
Come on. You can do it, Mukta.
That's a 26.
26
Save me.
is a miss.
What?
Yep.
Oh.
What?
26 is not high enough to hit this thing.
Okay, guys, it's time to run again. I'm tired of running.
That's my
I
turn.
got a fucking 26 miss.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What?
Yep. Okay, Hal. I was gonna say it as a joke. I was like, no, that doesn't hit. And then I looked and my eyes went a little wide because it really doesn't. Hal.
I thought it was a joke too.
I'm in,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
so
in
did
a
I.
bad way. I hope you guys can heal me when I die. I want to go ahead and
Heal yourself.
I will cast a first level soothe on myself. Cast it.
Okay.
I get 7 back.
7.
Which is not much.
Yep. This thing doesn't have any kind of opportunity attack to capitalize on it, so you're good.
And then I will also cast shield on myself.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. So again you hear the like excuse me, sorry, popping out of your shadow, Mukta. The ghost pops up and like kind of looks at you, right? And
We're going to have a talk after this, my friend.
it's like, so sorry, I could just leave you to die, but I thought maybe you could use a hand. And he lashes out with his ghostly hand to attack this creature. So he's attacking in the square. So he needs to also make, I don't think, let me just see, he doesn't have any kind of sight that allows him to see it. Straight old dark vision. So
He's a ghost. Shouldn't he be able to see
you
all ghostly things?
possibly. So he's got to make a DC 11 flat check. He hits an 11, so he makes it. So he gets to do the attack. Ghostly hand. 34 hits.
Misses.
Do you want him to miss?
If a 34
No,
misses,
hell
we're
no.
definitely
Yeah, we're
definitely
running.
going back to town and never
Yes.
coming back down.
Get some
17
silver on our blade.
17 points of negative damage to whatever this creature is. Still invisible. You just see him like swing his hands through the middle of like nothing. There's a bit of like electric kind of sparking going on. Mukta, can you make a fortitude save for me?
Yes, I can.
Come on.
That is a 19.
Okay. After he like recedes from your shadow, you feel like like there's a slight tickle in your lungs. And that's
All
that. That's it. Nular.
Like the fungus, the fungi. Okay, following suit after Mukta, because I also heard Hal. I'll ask Clovis, are you gonna be okay there? You can breathe on it and it'll die.
Okay, I will try.
Okay, I'll be right next to you. Well, kind of. All right, 2 actions to get to where Hal is.
I
Okay.
will call you if I need you.
Okay, I'll be here. And I don't see
Yep.
anything. So should I just start? Would I know that it's? I don't know. I'll roll my d20.
Okay. Yep. If you're just hitting and you're hoping it's there, make a DC 11 flat check as you attack that square.
You would have saw where the light came from, right? With the art originally?
No,
No?
I don't.
Yeah, I think
so.
everyone's like everyone's aware that it was in that square. You see everyone attacking that square. You know,
You just can't
unless
see
it's
it.
yeah, you just can't see it.
Yep.
So DC 11 flat check.
I look at Mukta. Can't. hit
Your
it before I
trident
roll
swings
it.
through the square, and whatever your attack roll is, it misses because you did not pass the flat check.
I look at Mukta and ask, something hidden. What can we do to see something that's not here? And then that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Take the torch.
This thing, I mean, there's always the seek action, right, to like see something that's hidden.
Right. Forgot about that one.
So
Next
This-
turn, now that we're next to it.
Yeah.
So.
this thing bears down on you, Hal. First attack. 33 is gonna hit. Is that a crit?
Is it crit?
It is a crit.
Oh, my
Oh,
Lanta.
wow.
Damn,
God,
we're getting...
22 points of damage.
So,
Are you up?
I'm still alive.
Still alive.
barely.
So again,
Oh
zap zap, you see the lightning flash out from it. The other thing I would say is like if you were holding your action until you saw the lightning zap, you would know like in that moment where it is. You know what I mean? Just as another sort of way to think about it, because it gives it away its position in the moment it's attacking.
Okay.
Yeah, it strikes you a second time. How? Does a 17 hit?
Missed.
You are hidden from it. All right, it's hidden from you.
Yeah,
So
shield.
you have shield up, right? The shield is making the difference here.
By
So-
1 point.
By 1 point, the 1 point that shield added to your AC, I will point
Ooh,
out,
nice.
causes the thing to like miss. Zzz. And that's it. You feel like a slight whoosh, like almost like a little wind kind of blow past you. All right, Clovis.
So my shield will go back down.
Mhm.
So for the first time, you guys see Clovis reach around and pulls out a mace. He's always fought from a distance, but he's feeling good and strong. So
Hey.
I'm gonna take that's one action to pull it out, correct?
Yep, it's an interact action to yank it off your
And
hip.
I will take that mace.
So right now, right, you're holding the staff in one hand and the shield in the other, right?
Yes.
So that means in order to have another hand, you'd have to drop your staff into the water and you wouldn't have your staff in your hand anymore.
That's
The
right.
staff is also
Oh.
a weapon you can hit with.
I can use. I'll use the staff. I just don't have. What would I roll for the staff? I don't have it. Is there? Would I actually click on the staff?
Yeah, it should be on there as a strike. Yeah, if you click on the staff, it'll do an attack.
Should I'll
It's a
move it
weapon.
to I'll just have to move it down to my.
Right. Yeah, just
My
click
staff
on the
is
icon for
right now.
Staff of Healing, or drag the icon down to your toolbar.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
Oof.
There's a reason Clovis doesn't strike things much.
Oh, that was. I'm gonna use my hero point. So
Hero point.
Yes.
Hero point.
Hero point. Hero
Bring
point.
it on.
you didn't see it. I just went back in time.
All right, roll that second attack.
All right, this time I am mad and I.
Let me
That is
reiterate,
why-
there's a reason
that is why
Clovis
I
doesn't
don't.
usually hit things
Yeah.
with this
I
weapon.
feel good, but I'm not good.
That is an 11, which is not enough to hit. But
I
that's
feel
still
good.
only 2 actions. You still have a third action.
I think for my third action at this point, I'll re-raise my shield.
Shield goes up. All right, Clovis, the dancing lights continue, churning in your eyes, trying to mesmerize you. Can you make a will save?
Come on.
Wow.
That's
what
enough. Good thing you got a good will. So it tries to mesmerize you. It tries to entrance you. You're not falling for its tricks. So it's forced to shock attack you. A 30.
That will definitely hit.
It's a hit, but it's not a crit.
No. it's
Believe it or
definitely
not. All right, you take 4 points of electric damage. Guys, this is getting a little scary here. Mukta.
We got this.
All right, first action, I will seek out this creature.
All right, give me a perception check.
All right. That is a
Perfect.
26.
So you sense that it is in this square. Right? Oh, right. It's basically right below Mushi.
Because Mushi's flying at least 10 feet up in the air. So
All right, I will. Yeah, that's
13.
I also want to point out here because this is a cool thing that I learned about since the last time we had the thing. You've taken action to seek it, right? So now you know where it is. There's another action called here. It's called point out. I don't know if there's a easy way for me to put it in chat or not. But the point out action, basically, you spend an action and you are able to relay the location of this to all of your allies. Now, I think in this case, it doesn't work when it's invisible, but if it was like just hiding behind something, you'd be like, he's right here, and suddenly everyone can pinpoint it.
All right, so how much movement would it take for me to get there? Trying to figure that out.
To get to where he is?
To get to
5,
this
10.
square.
10, that'd be 30 feet of movement to get there.
So I don't have enough.
You can delay.
Well,
no,
you already
never
took an
mind.
action, you can't anymore.
I can't delay anymore. I'm just going to drop my rapier quickly and pull out the short bow quickly.
Okay,
And quick draw attack.
go for it.
It's not flat-footed or anything, right?
It is not flat-footed to you, no.
All right. Where are you? All right. Natural
Yes.
20.
Oh, man!
Yeah, baby.
So because of your seek
Yeah.
action and spending to find it, and with this, you're not relying on sight, you're relying on your smell, you're relying on your ears twitching. You pinpoint this thing, draw the bow back, sink it right through. That is definitely a crit. Why don't you go ahead and roll crit damage? You don't have the precision damage coming in, but that's still quite a bit of
Unfortunately
damage.
not. 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. That is no joke. You like whip in, and just for like a minute, like the arrow passes into something, hits something, the creature like spins around, and for just one moment, you see a floating, angry skull glowing, looking back at you, Mukta, before fading back to invisibility. And the arrow like kind of falls loose.
And for my third action, I'm going to say, that's right, it was me, I'm right here. And try to, I don't know what that action is, but I'm trying to pretty much pull aggro. I'm trying
Got
to
it.
have him come over towards me.
Yeah, make
I don't know what
make an intimidation check.
Oh, this is going to go great.
Maybe, probably. Let's do it. Intimidation. Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, would I get any circumstance bonus for that awesome natural 20 that I just got attacking it?
Yeah, I will give you a +2 circumstance bonus.
Nice.
By the way,
will
this
get
thing
any
is
sort of advantage I can.
This thing is bloodied, I will just say.
All right. Not great. That's only a 13.
It doesn't look like
You guys are all making that thing bloody. I'm over here fighting this thing and I haven't even been hit yet. Oh, I keep missing
it seems unlikely to take effect.
You
Mukta.
can do it.
How?
Well, I tried. That's my
I'm still
turn.
feeling good.
All right, let us go ahead and I will cast. I will go ahead and as shield drops, I will do lay on hands on myself.
Okay.
Excuse me. Phrasing. I will use lay on hands spell on me. For
You're not
12
going to lay your
points.
hands on yourself?
Is that your last? Is that your last focus point?
Hands on himself.
It is my last focus point. That is
Okay.
correct.
So you heal 12.
I heal 12, and then I will cast Mirror Image. As
Oh.
3 more howls pop up, singing End of the Road, because that's the only songs they all know together, because it might be the end of Hell's Road.
No. Get out, Hal. Or
And that-
push
so-
you
yep.
out.
So there's now 4 howls kind of dancing around your space. Very cool. So as there's 4 of you, you feel like popping up out of your shadow. You feel a tingle coming up from you, Hal, and this ghost pops up from your shadow from beneath the water, like pops up, looks in your face and says, "Oh, my man, you look worse off than me," and then spins around and tries to use his ghost hand to attack the Will of the Wisp. This time he's flanking with Clovis.
Does he have to take his flat D20?
He's going to have to make the flat d20, so that's a good point. Actually, it doesn't matter. Oh, no, actually, yeah, it does, because no, he misses, and so he's like, "Oh, sorry, I know you said consent, but like, kind of in trouble here. And as he recedes from your shadow, I need you to make a fortitude saving throw, Hal.
Go ahead and make one. Not too good, but let's see.
And this is going to bring up Nular's turn next. Yeah, as he recedes, like, you two feel a tickle, a cough in your lung. And Nular, it's your turn.
Okay. First, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. First action, I'm gonna seek this creature out.
Yep, make your perception check.
Okay, that would be natural 20.
Natural 20.
You know exactly where it is. It's in that square right in front of you, and you sense it. You feel it. I think actually it's more than your sight and your ears, unlike Mukta relying on like senses. You feel a deep connection in your soul, a link to your kind of spiritual side that directs your focus. And you can see almost like you feel like you can see this skull staring out at you through the invisibility for just a second. Like you know where it is without seeing it, and you don't know how to explain it.
Stop hitting my friend. Hal, can I move you really quick?
Please go ahead. And
Okay.
move me.
Second action, I'm gonna move Hal out of the way if I can do that right here or right between me and Mukta.
So you don't have a free hand, right?
This freaking free hand. I'm gonna throw my.
Sticking with the trident and moving with the trident.
I think you could like get your shield and shove. You have the ability to shove people with shields, right? Like that's a
Okay,
feat you
take
have
one,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, man. Even though it's not like an attack, just be like Hal.
Yeah.
Come
Well,
on now.
what you're asking to do is move him when it's not his turn, right? Like that's
Okay.
kind of a big deal in the action economy. But you're spending an action to do it. Just give me an athletics check, right?
How you're gonna
To move
trip a little
Hal-
bit? I'm sorry.
To move Hal with your shield and all of this, it's gonna be a DC 10 athletics check.
Hello,
Come
hello.
on.
Wouldn't it be funny if I fail
You
my
can do
DC
it.
athletics?
Oh, why would you say that?
Hero point, Hal. I really don't want you to die.
Natural 1 for a 13 re-rolls, then yeah, that second one's enough.
23.
All right, there we go.
It's
You
not gonna hero
boom,
point, though.
Hal. You
But
get hit by the shield. You get bumped away from this creature
So sorry, Hal.
to relative safety.
And then for my third action, I'm going to hit it.
Yep.
With my hand, I'm assuming, because I don't have my trident anymore.
What happened to your trident?
Oh, because I had to throw it so that I could shove.
No, I
Hal
told
away,
you
right?
you could
Oh,
use your
you
shield.
could move him with
Okay.
your shield.
That's why
Yeah.
you could use your shield. That's why we did the athletics check.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay. Trident.
Mostly because you have the feat that is all about using a shield. You can aggressive block. I mean, you've built yourself around using this shield.
Yeah.
21 does not hit.
I know, I remember. It's okay. Hal's off to safety. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. You feel like how you feel safe, and then you feel like a sort of cold wind blow close to you again. Passes over you, and then from this tiny space between you and Mukta, an electric arc leaps out to try to get you.
All right.
21.
I need to roll a d4.
Oh, that's true. Okay, roll the d4.
It hits me on a 1. And it does not hit me in
A little zap. One of Hal pops away, and now you guys all see it's in this square. Third action tries to. Oh, actually, this is wrong. It should be -5. So 31.
I will roll a d6. 1 and 2. It hits me.
1 and 2, it hits you. The other one, it pops to Hal.
Yes.
Boom. Zap.
Good job.
Zap. It can't find the real Hal, and like there's still Hal in one of your
Nice.
images there, and you're safe. And that's its turn, and you guys now know it's on that square. Clovis.
Okay. Shields down. I will use my staff of healing again and try to hit this thing in front of me.
On.
Ooh,
23.
23 hits.
Hey. Wow. I got
Two-
it though. I got it, guys. I got it.
I'll
You
tell you this:
did!
it dealt more damage than your burning hands did. As you
It did.
you actually find it like hits and find something solid right in the middle of the yellow glowing creature. 2 points of damage.
All right. So that's one action, right?
That's one action.
All right. I'll take a second one.
Oh, 21 hits.
And
Rolled a 19 plus 2.
Dang.
4 more damage. Good job. Clunk, clunk. 2 have connected.
And then I throw my shield.
Raise the shield. Man, Clovis is a badass.
Let's go, Clovis.
I'm barely poking it, but I'm feeling good over there. I'm weaving
Why?
a bob.
Why you're being a badass? This
Oh,
thing
okay.
flickers in your eyes. Can you please make a will saving throw?
Okay. Sooner or later, I'm gonna get screwed on this. 27.
Yep, you're good. It's
Alright.
It spent this whole time trying to mesmerize you, and it's been unable to. And I think at this point, it gets tired of trying, and it flies down here to Nulara.
Would that trigger an opportunity attack?
It does not, because they moved into your range, but he didn't continue moving, so it didn't trigger an opportunity attack.
Okay.
All right,
How about,
Mukta,
how about leaving my script?
do you have opportunity attack?
It's
Yeah,
still in
that
your
actually
range, actually. It's still in that square.
Well, in Pathfinder, it doesn't have to leave your range as long as it takes a move action in a
Ah.
square that you can reach. You're good.
All right, yeah,
or
that's just
manipulate
different.
action.
So use when something leaves your square, it's like, yeah.
Yep. You do
Okay.
not have opportunity attack, so you do not.
No, I
get
do
one.
not. Okay.
Mukta.
That answer.
All right. Can I see my rapier anywhere?
Of course, it's right in the water. Well, actually,
I
the
was
water
trying
is
to
3
drop
feet
it
of
so it's
deep,
like-
dark water, but you can feel it on your foot.
All right. I'm going to drop the short bow so I know where it is.
Drop it on your other foot.
Yep. Pick up the rapier.
Okay. That's one interact action.
Strike at this thing. So, if I move to this next square, would that be considered flanking or no? Would I know that?
I'm not sure which square it is because he's positioned himself with a wall. So if you go here, there's a wall between you and your target. And if you're here, no, that's not flanking, unfortunately.
All right. So I'm just going to attack it with the rapier.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. So drop one action to pick it up. Seek. I'm going to seek it out.
All right, make that perception check.
Or no, I'm not going to seek it out. I'm just going to try to attack it. So
All right, one
I'll
action to
roll.
attack. Roll a flat DC 11 check.
Oh,
You do not hit.
Oh, so close.
So you got one more action.
I'm going to try to attack it again. I'm just trying to get it to attack me. I think I'm better off just trying to attack it again.
All right. Third action to strike.
Wow.
Oh,
Sorry. You're flashing at, you're attacking where you think it would be, and you just can't find it. Invisible creatures, man.
Alright. That's my turn.
Hal. This thing wants you. You can feel it. It's
know.
focused on you, Hal, and it feels your like kind of sense of like almost crossing to the other side, and it wants it. This thing is drawn to you.
I'm going to go ahead and cast a second level soothe on myself.
Okay.
Look at yes. Oops.
$16.
Okay, I get 16 more. I might not die. We'll find out.
how much more images do you have?
I have one more,
Hmm.
and I will cast shield. I cannot.
Okay. So shield it is. Perfect. Mukta, from your okay, so from the island here. Soki. Can I use your shadow, please?
Yes, fine, go ahead.
They
Pops up.
ask.
And he looks at you and he says, consent. And then he reaches out and shadow strikes this thing.
Thank you for asking. This is really weird.
Misses. Disappears back. You don't have to make a saving throw this time. You've already failed. That's his turn. He's not helpful this turn.
I know
Nulara.
I should have gotten that ghost vaccine when they offered it.
Nulara. God, we're already
this thing.
halfway through round 4. This fight's taking a while.
I know, because we can't see this.
You can't
thing.
see it. Yeah, it's a real big thing.
Could I, like, going back to experiences, would Nulara know if this is like a will-o-wisp?
You can spend an action to make a recall knowledge check if you want to know for sure.
Sure.
Recall
Like, is it
knowledge.
similar to the one that we fought on, like, the earlier levels?
Do you have a specific lore
God.
tied to this?
No. I
Okay.
have mining.
So then it's probably an occultism, recall knowledge occultism here.
Not religion?
Not for this particular enemy, no.
Okay, never mind
You
then.
can try religion. It's just, it'll be a harder DC than occultism, right?
No, never mind then. I'm better at hitting. I'm gonna hit this creature right in front of me with my trident.
Go for it.
That would be... Wow, another natural one. Hitting it again.
Chats, we
I'm
can
going to
really
give
use
her
the
a
hero
hero
point.
point.
I know.
Oh,
Hold on.
are you cashing? Okay, so he's gonna cash in a hero point from his points. Karate Kid gives Nulara a hero point.
Thank you,
Reroll
Karate
that.
Kid.
Reroll that attack, please.
Thank you.
Game the system.
19 still
19?
misses.
Ah,
Dang. Attacking it again.
Go for it.
Power attack for this one.
Power attack, bring it on. Power attack with the minus 5.
Come on. Wow. Never mind. 12.
You
We are
swing. You
terrible
swing.
tonight.
Clovis did a better job
Mhm.
than you did, Nulara.
ooh,
I know. It's okay. I killed the other one. Man.
Yeah.
All right. Changing my dice. Let's see if it's.
All right. Well, Hal, we're back to this kind of cat and mouse game. 31. Roll the mirror image.
All right, 1 to 3 on a d6. So anything over a 3 does not hit me.
Zaps another mirror image.
Nah.
I don't have any more, so hopefully I don't die.
but you have shield still.
I
Fun.
do have shield.
Natural 1. That's a miss.
Nice.
Let's see those fails. I want to see those muktas in chat.
Mukta fails in chat for the DM.
Mukta fails.
And you and Mukta, because it's right next to you, you both feel it's like the wind shift as it's moved somewhere else. All right, Clovis.
Okay, so I just had to refresh, so I'm having trouble getting my character sheet open. Can you roll Ray of Frost against that one for me?
Which one are you attacking?
The one that I was been beaten up on.
Okay, and that's a save, right? Like a reflex save?
No.
It's an attack roll.
Yeah, let's see. I got my character sheet open. Finally, just open.
Ray of Frost. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you reach out, you go to blast this thing with the Ray of Frost.
You have to click the attack.
I did. It's just I'm really lagging right now. It's time for my computer's telling us it's time for break.
We've gone past break.
Like-
13, it like shoots wide off the side of the cavern, and you do not hit.
Um,
Terrible tonight.
you know what? I'm gonna keep my shield down, and I'm gonna take my staff of healing and strike at it.
All right, make that strike. 16 misses.
All right, that's my turn.
Nulara, your new friend, has flicked over to you, and now it's doing its figure 8 flashing light strobe light effect. Can you make me a will
Fortitude?
save? Will
Oh,
save.
will save. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You got tired of me weaving and bobbing. He's going after you.
Wow, that's like my third natural one. in
That's
a row.
another. Mukta fails in chat. So
Can
Nulara,
I use my reaction? Oh, never mind. I don't have any more focus.
you don't have any more focus points. Is the unfortunate part, right? This thing starts flicker. Nulara, you've been entranced by the flashing lights. This thing has you succumbed to it. You now have the confused condition.
Okay.
So
I
like,
can put that on.
yeah, you now have like the world gets a little confusing to you. You're holding your weapon. You're looking around. None of these friends look familiar. Who's your ally? Who's your enemy? It's hard to say. You're flat-footed. You are definitely under the effects of confusion. And then, as you're confused one now, this thing lashes into you and goes into your mind and starts feeding on your confusion. It heals. It's going to heal 2 hit points. And your confusion goes from confusion 1 to confusion 2. And that's its turn. Mukta.
You're gonna sneeze.
All right, I'm going to use the seek action in
Yep.
got 15-foot area around me.
Yep. It's not that restrictive. Yeah, you can just make a seek action.
All right. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Where are you? Action seek. Why isn't it rolling? Hold on, it's not bringing up the.
So you definitely lose. So what it says is you can't delay, ready, and you have no reactions, Nulara, and you're flat-footed.
I'm sorry, what?
You are flat since you are your confused condition makes you flat-footed. You can't delay your turn. You can't
Oh yeah,
ready an
I'm
action,
reading it up right.
and you have no reactions yet. And we'll get to the rest when it's your turn. It'll be fun.
All right, so I'm making a perception check, right?
Perception check against.
I
this
kept
thing.
I kept hitting seek, so that's an 18.
18. You do not see it with your first seek action. You have no idea where it is.
All right, I'll use a second action to do it again.
Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Looking around.
Jeez.
Don't
19.
see it.
Third action, just gonna take a strike blindly.
What square? When you have your rapier, you know it was next to Hal. So you have 4 squares to choose from. You know it moved, so it's probably not in that square. So,
I know it moved.
well, you felt it move, right? I narrated that it
Okay,
like
all
moved
right.
past you.
I think it'll move too far. I'm going to go here.
All right, make a DC 11 flat check. If it was there, you didn't find it.
Wow, we are rolling great.
I
tonight.
know.
That's my whole turn.
All right, Hal.
Let me see what I'm going to do here. I don't think.
Don't think I've rolled above like a 10.
Okay. Well, if I fall down, please try to save me. And Hal swings his lute back over his shoulder, and he makes a somatic gesture, and beams of force fly out of his hands.
Let's go.
And he will use 3 actions to cast magic missile
Ooh.
at this thing right here.
Okay.
Come on, blow that mother up.
So, how much damage is that? It's
We have to do 3d4,
yep, 3d4 plus 3.
which is correct.
So that's 11 points of damage, correct?
That is 11 points of damage.
So as the missiles fly out, and barrage, like, boom. Unlike Close the spell earlier where he burned it with fire and it did nothing, the magic missiles take hit. They take purchase. Blam, blam, blam. It takes 11 points of damage. Hurts it quite a bit. It's not dead.
Yet.
All right.
Oh, we have a redemption. Mukta and Hal both get hero points.
Oh,
Thank you, Doc Nina.
Nice.
And it's still flickering around and seems to be interested in Nulara's confusion.
We need it.
Otari is going to again pop out of your shadow, Mukta, and try to make a strike on this thing because he saw, like, he's like, do you actually, you know what? He has the ability to take a seek action. He has one action he's not using, so he's gonna make a perception check instead of just taking your lead. Oops, that's not the right one. There we go. Oh, with a 36, he knows exactly where it is. He's like, excuse me, pops up, Mukta. He's like, you were right. You just got to aim a little higher, little one. And he reaches up over you and tries to attack. He's flat-footed because Nulara's... Oh, no, Nulara's not an ally anymore because Nulara's confused, so he doesn't have the condition.
I am confusion.
But 38...
Damn.
Crit?
Oh, it misses.
No.
No, that's a crit.
Oh, nice. Oh, Otari. You're named after the town.
You don't know that. You don't know his name yet. He hasn't told you his name. Oh, geez, 34 points of damage. So he like blasts this thing with his hand. This thing goes, and there's like a flash of glow as this skull appears. This will-o'-the-wisp appears, and then the flash of light sucks in. It's gone. The will-o'-the-wisp is dead. Haha. Really? No, not even a round of applause? Oh, jeez, you guys. And he goes back to his body.
We don't know who you are. Who are you?
Nulara, you look around. Friend, foe, enemies.
Oh, I'm confused.
You're confused. This thing's flickering in your eyes.
Mukta, what are you talking about?
You spin your eyes around. You see Hal next to you. Make a strike attack against Hal.
Oh, monster.
26.
Now I roll good.
Yeah, now you roll good. That hits. You're.
Oh
like
wait, no, that's a power attack.
Yeah, turn off power attack. I'm not making you power attack. You're too confused with power attack.
11.
11 points of damage to Hal.
Strike. Flicker snake.
Okay, you still up, Hal?
Yeah, I healed myself the round before.
Yep. You spin. You look. Your eyes flick. This fluttering creature, this annoying pest, Mushi. Make another strike against Mushi.
Nulara's gonna kill Mushi again.
I never killed 70. Oh.
I don't think that hits Mushi, right?
Gomez, are you getting it? Are you getting it?
Now, Mushi's armor class is only 10.
And then you spin. Are you sure? I guess
That's what it says on the sheet. I mean,
his armor class is 22 on his sheet.
Okay, I'm having problems with my computer. I have a sheet open. It says 10, but
Okay.
it's also, I got dice piling up on here, so I'm waiting for break to read.
He misses.
So.
You miss Mushi. So now you spin this flittering thing in your eyes. What the hell is this thing in your face for? Make your third attack against the flittering yellow light.
The yellow light. That would be how friggin' 10.
No, misses. So you just Nulara's lashing out wildly at everyone around you, and you all see this. Something's wrong with Nulara. Clovis.
You should see my screen. All the dice are just piling up. I can't see anything but dice.
God, we're going so long without break.
All right, so I think right in front of me.
I did not think this fight would go this long. It's kind of surprising me. It's the invisibility. That's really what kills it. Because otherwise, its stats are kind of making a pushover. So, Clovis, what would you like to do? I can roll anything you need me to roll.
No, it's coming up. It's just really slow. I'm going to take my staff and strike at it.
Okay.
I clicked it, so it's good.
You don't want to... I mean, yeah, I guess that wouldn't work anyways. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you
Should
might have to strike for me.
All right, I'll just click it. All right, that's a 2 for an 8. Your strike misses.
Hero point.
I've already used it. I think we all used it.
I gave you you redeemed a new. You
I missed it.
Hero
I gave
point.
you
You need
another.
to-
What am I doing? Oh, I'll redeem it. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
5.
Yep. So second strike, I will make that roll for you again. 23, that hits.
Hey! Roll the
Let's
damage.
go.
Roll that 2
Damage.
damage. Let's get 2 damage on that thing. Come on.
1 damage. Not enough
Put
to
my
kill.
shield up.
Not enough to kill it. Put your shield up. Okay. This thing, it spins around. Clovis, can you make a fortitude, or sorry, will save? And Nular, you've got down to confused 1. This thing eats. Well, let's see if Clovis. I'll make it for Clovis.
I clicked it, so I don't know if it's coming. I can't see it.
It just came up. 19. That's enough to succeed. So Nular, you go back up to confused 2.
Okay. Damn.
Mukta.
All right.
Finish it off,
I
please.
will.
It has 2 hit points. For
Come
the
on.
love of God, it's not invisible.
Move here.
Yelling, Why are you trying to kill Chloe? Why are you trying to kill Mushi?
I will
Shut
strike.
the fuck up.
Go for it.
Oh, she's like,
I will just point out you put yourself next to the Nulara who's attacking everything around her. That hits.
Yes, I know.
That hits.
kill this son of a bitch.
That's enough.
5. Well, I rolled a 1.
The
So 5
flicker,
points of damage.
the flicker dissipates. It's now gone.
Ah!
And my third action, I'm going to slap Nulara.
Oh,
Ma-
that's
make
almost
an
a crit.
unarmed
You gotta
strike.
crit that one.
Like literally, because she's not an ally, right? You have to make an actual unarmed strike against her.
Yep.
She pushes you off
19.
with the shield, and you're not allowed. You're not close enough to get to her. Actually, no, wait. She's flat-footed. You do get hit her.
You hit me, yes. Punch me, hooked.
What's your strength modifier? Is it
I have
unarmed
a
one?
modifier. I have
That
a
not
two.
strength modifier.
Is that not
2.
going to
Okay, so
confuse?
2 damage. Nular, you take 2 damage. Can you make a DC 20 flat check?
20?
Yeah, DC 20 flat check.
Get a hold of yourself, woman.
What? Something's happening,
Okay.
guys. This is literally the 4th one
Because
in
this
a
fight's
row.
drawn past the point of fun, and because there's no real other threat, I'm going to just rule that flat check succeeds. You slap her out of her confusion, Nular. You come a look around. You guys have successfully defeated the cave creatures. The Eyes of Empty Death are no more. Congratulations. Wow, we've been going for so long. I thought, yeah, this fight will take 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is probably the longest fight we've done yet, maybe. I don't know.
What was the
This
AC
was a
on
lot
that ghost?
27.
Man, ghosts down here are nasty.
Well, listen, you guys get crazy buffs as you level up. You need it because the enemies get crazy ACs, right?
Yeah.
So, experience-wise, why don't you guys go ahead and take
That should be like
120
1,000.
experience.
Should be 1,000 on that.
120 experience. That's not bad. And let's go to our break as we fade out to black. Players,
I
you
need a
spin.
pee.
You've defeated the creatures. The Eyes of Empty Death are no more. You spin and you look at this mysterious, ghostly visage. This man looking on the island waves his hand and says, "Hi, my name is Otari Ilvashti." And we go to black. So, yes, this is Otari Ilvashti, one of the original Rose Guard and the namesake of the town itself. What the hell is he
Oh,
doing
the dude
here?
who's died?
Yes, the dude who died fighting Belcorra 500 years ago.
Whoa. Okay.
So-
He seems out of it.
We'll have to see maybe what's going on here when we come back from our break. So if you're watching, don't go anywhere. We're taking a 10-minute break. My players need to pee. It's 9:05. Let's come back at 9:15 and we'll have a last little roleplay session to close out the night. Or maybe we'll fight him. You guys don't know. If you're watching us on Twitch or YouTube, make sure to follow us, subscribe. We take Twitch Prime over on Twitch. All 12 of our viewers right now, hello. We see you. Thank you for watching. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 10 minutes. See you guys in a minute. welcome back to the Abomination Vaults. We had a very intense fight, like went very long and very challenging. I do got to give a quick shout out here to Hal Harmony with his amazing defensive skills. You had the mirror image that popped,
Yep.
4 attacks or 3 attacks absorbed. There was one point where you were almost hit and the shield was just what you needed to stop the hit from happening. For your epic performance, for your clutch composure under pressure, Hal, can you take an extra hero point going into the second half?
Hey,
You deserve
All
it.
right.
we better get in
Awesome.
combat
Hopefully
so
I
we
can
use
use
it.
all 3.
You have 3 now?
I have 3.
I apologize.
Let's get in the fight.
Damn.
Right? Let's go get in the fight. Let's go back and fight that Woolworth. So you can use your
Chopping
hero
up blood. I don't think so.
Yes. So, as we fade back, we return to the heroes. We fade in from our commercial break, and you see down here, knee deep, although or waist deep if we're talking about Mukta, in this dark kind of sludgy water. You guys are kind of struck by this name, Otari Ovashti, the member of the Rose Guard, the famous man. The whole town was named after him. Everyone honors him. He's lying here, his dead body decomposing on this little island, as he greets you with a smile.
Did he say Otari?
Yeah, you still have a little cough, Mukta.
I think I think so. I think he says his name is Otari. I'll go see how he's doing. And I will be playing my lute, getting my focus back.
Do I realize that I purposefully hit Hal and Mushi?
As you snap out of your confusion, yeah, you have vivid recollection that it wasn't like you, it wasn't, they didn't look like Clovis, it didn't look like Mushi, it didn't look like Hal, it looked like weird twisted versions of themselves. You lost yourself for a minute there.
I'm so sorry. That wasn't me.
Are you
That
back
is
to your
okay.
senses?
Huh?
Are you back to your senses now?
I think so. Thank you for slapping me.
Yeah, that was you slapped the confusion right out of her. Good job, Mukta.
You've kind of moved over near Otari and you're strumming, and he looks and he's like, "Oh, a bard. Listen, can I play you something? 1 second. I've been decomposing this piece for 500 years.
That was very good.
It's
Of
good,
course.
right? Yeah, I had 500 years to come up with it.
Thank you so much for the help of killing that thing.
Oh,
And
No,
thank you
thank
for
you.
asking that last few times. I appreciate it.
I'm a little old-fashioned, but I learn. Listen,
So
guys.
while they're talking,
I've-
real quick, Steve, while they're talking,
Yeah.
how are you doing on hit points?
I am less than half, and
Oh.
less than half of that.
So while they're
No, I have
yes.
21.
So while they're doing that, can I do battle medicine on them while they're talking and doing all this?
I mean, you can.
While there's
So
that
you can
time
do
to
battle.
spend
You
it
can
on-
do battle medicine if you want. You can also just do treat wounds.
or treat wounds. I guess we don't need to do battle. We're not in battle now, but yeah. So treat wounds while they're talking.
Sure.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and come over and do that on Hal. So yeah. So he's like, yeah, you like that one? I've been down here for a very long time, 500 years or so. Like I said, you know.
Are you from Diobel? You have kind of an accent like me. I love it.
Oh, I am not. I am sorry. I just have one accent.
That's
However-
fantastic. Please keep talking.
Maybe we are related. You know.
It is possible. You have the long, luscious, well, kind of greenish hair. Mine is green only because I fell in the water over there.
Well, mine is
Uh,
only green because I died.
That is true. What are you doing down here? Are
Well,
you the green lamp that floats
I-
around?
I'm not sure how much you know or why you're here, but me and my friends set on an adventure to stop a woman who was harassing my hometown of Absalom. Her name was Belcorra, and we fought and defeated her. Only I was not quite so lucky as my friends, and I fell, and the ruins collapsed on top of me.
Did
that
somebody
was-
dig out the runes from where you are here? Because I see your face right there. It's kind of open. Your mouth is lit.
Oh, yes. Well, I managed to last a few days on my own. I thought my friends would come and find me, and they did not.
Yep, I know those kinds of friends. And they looked at Lulara.
What?
Perhaps they
I'm so sorry.
perhaps they perished too. But I feel like they survived. I do not know.
I think the Roseguard sword of Rajani is up in the city named the town.
Oh.
It's a pretty bustling town, a port town of, well, it's named after you. It's called Utari. I want to be the mayor of Utari.
He stops and he's like, "Are you?" Say that again.
So, the town we are from that's nearby here is called Utari. Perhaps it is named after you. I think Rojani won, and the sword of Rajani is in the library in Otari. And as the mayor, his niece or his daughter said, "Who's the young lady you had as the cleric?" That is in the
Menhem.
manor house too. Yep, Menhem is the mayor. But yes, in fact the town is named after, I guess, you.
He's like a little sad. Not sad, but he's emotional. You see him kind of, he has to like take, like he's a ghost, right? But he has to take a seat. He's like, give me 1 second. And he takes a seat and you just see him put his like hand in his face and he's kind of crying a little bit, giving you guys a minute to kind of like make eye contact with each other.
Oh, don't cry. Don't say boo-hoo. See what I did?
I think
It's just, I thought I was forgotten for all this time.
We're not forgotten, apparently, but why are you, well, I think Belcorra is back, so Belcorra might come back to destroy Otari, but that's why we are here.
Otari, no. Belcorra has no interest in Otari. No, she wants something, a far juicier target. Absalom? Is it still around?
It is the biggest city on this place. My parents live in Absalom. That is not very good.
She used to summon creatures into our midst and forced us to come out here and stop her.
That's why we're here. Our friend Nulara, who sleeps in the graveyard, she's not dead, but if she hits me again, she might be.
We don't know. I'm not sure, honestly.
Looks
but
at
apparently I can.
He looks at you and he like kind of gives you one sit down and he says, "A bit dead, a bit alive, mostly alive."
Yeah.
Wait. So, you say you're from a graveyard. Did you hear the news about the graveyard?
Which one specifically?
Well, I heard a little birdie came down here and told me that it was very crowded. Is that true? Apparently, people are just dying to get in there.
I have a question for you.
Looks around and you guys waiting for it.
I'm sorry.
Has humor gone out the window in the past years or what?
No, it's usually I have a better sense of humor, but I just hit my friends, and I feel so bad about that.
The deadpan delivery that you have.
The deadpan. Yes, exactly. I am sorry. I am usually very dead serious.
I have a very dead serious question for you. Did you choose to stay here over your body? Is something keeping you from crossing over, meeting Pharasma?
Right to the point. You are like Rajani herself. Perhaps you are descended from the Rajani.
She's a lady? Oh. I'm sorry.
Yes, well, when we came to this place, we did not know of the vaults down below. I have come to learn that they are called the Abomination Vaults. And they hold sinister secrets. Belcorra's... The lighthouse is just the surface. We might have defeated her, but we did not know to go down and finish the job. And as I fell, I explored some of these levels and I learned many of their secrets. I tried to get to the surface. I was unable to. I got into a fight with an Otugyu right back in the other room. Big creature. It chased me back here. I squeezed back here. It could not fit. I laid here, hoping, never giving up hope that my friends would find me, and when my time had come, I knew I could not cross. Belcorra, the job that we started 500 years ago, it is not done. So, I've sat here, I've put markers up above to lead adventurers much like ourselves to me, and in 500 years, you are the first. Congratulations.
Actually,
We win the
really
prize.
You do.
Do you know the
A
way
quest.
around? Can you like lead us down to the bottom or to other places where there might be treasure where we can equip ourselves? Because that little guy over there almost killed me, and I don't think he is as powerful as this Otiug or whatever you called this stinky monster. If I picked up your bones and carried them around, would you float around with your little green light?
Yes, you could carry my body, and I would be able to come along with you, but that would be not very advisable. I do not know that I can be much help. I suppose I can continue to use your shadows if you're okay with that.
It feels a little bit weird, but
yeah.
it was
That's a little tickle in my throat.
I mean, I don't know how this religion stuff works. That's not my specialty, but I feel like I am bound. My consciousness is bound to this location, but I can reach out, and I feel like I can feel what's going on around me. So I do not know about lower, but I can feel her down below. Recently, something has changed, and she has returned.
Your accent is fantastic. I would just like to hear more of it. It sounds like from where I am from.
That is amazing. Are you from Absalom? I am not
from
originally. Diobel. But yes, Belcorra has returned, and she intends to finish what she started so many years ago.
Which is to take down Absalom?
That is right. She has secured another anchor for her lighthouse. I can feel him even now in agony. And she is charging the lighthouse with his soul, with his life.
Wait, Volux?
Don't think
no,
so.
Not Volok. Volok is here. I can feel him in an office not too far away.
I actually kind of creeped out.
But no.
Like Nina is.
This
I do not know this man. He is a new spirit.
This anchor is a live person, then.
Yes, that is correct. The lighthouse feeds on the soul of a live person to charge its glow, and then when the charge is ready, she can run another test. Volok is one of the two working with her on these tests.
Nilara,
What?
who has gone missing near the lighthouse recently.
Oh no, Brilda's son.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing we did not wait a month for the lighthouse to recharge, huh?
Uh-huh. Where would we find these bodies? Or,
Where's the
soul
anchor?
that there is. Yeah.
Well, if we can stop Valak, and he says he's nearby at the desk or an office somewhere, maybe we can start there.
I can feel his presence, not too far away, about a few 100 feet east of here. Sorry, west of here, and he points kind of in the direction. Generally speaking, in the direction that trash chute was heading.
Volux or Brilda's son?
Well, it's one and the same. It is Volok's experiment. It is Volok's chamber at the base of the lighthouse that he is now chained to.
What is the easiest way to get there?
I am sorry, I have been here for 500 years and I do not exactly have the directions you are looking for. Perhaps you should try a map quest. You'll get that in about 2,000 years.
I mean, if we have to go on the
Sorry.
quest to get the map, then I guess we have to go on the quest. Where do we go?
A quest to the map. But it's very simple. We cannot let Belcorra succeed. And I apologize, I am in no state to continue my quest, as dedicated as I may be. Still nothing. Nothing. Okay.
So you just gave us something really serious.
You try sitting with this for 500 years and being able to do nothing with it. All I know is when they test fired about 2 weeks ago, something went wrong, the calculations were incorrect, and the spirits of Belcorra's defeated enemies from deep within these halls have created a sort of barrier that now block access to the lower vaults. But I know how it can be undone. If you heroes are willing to take on the quest to finish what I started all those years ago,
Of course.
then maybe I shall finally be able to pass peacefully. Yes?
Yes. Yes,
Of
of
course.
course.
It will not be easy. I do not know where you will find these things, but in order to gain access deeper into the vaults, you will need the 4 icons of the Rose Guard.
4 icons of the Rose Guard.
Each of the 4 Rose Guard, there was me and my world famous lockpicks, and he points down at his body, and he's like dead bodies lying there. You just see like his lockpicks like on his dead body, right? Like he's like, this one right here, this is my icon, this is my symbol.
The lockpick?
That is correct. And then
I,
you will need the oh yeah, go ahead.
Mukta just kind of inspects the lockpick to see their quality.
Yep. There's a body treasure chest on the island right now that you can that you should be able to do. Let me just, I'll drag this one out and I'll put the treasure chest body back.
Nilara, do you think you could move up a little bit and give us some more light?
Yeah, of course. Hang on.
And so yeah, you can go ahead and look, like pick over his body as he's talking. And he's like, the rest, they could be anywhere. They could be anywhere in all of the worlds, as far as I know. But maybe we are in luck. You say there is a town nearby. These would be no doubt family heirlooms, passed down from generation to generation.
The sword.
That
The
is
mace.
correct. The sword of
The
Rajani.
mace.
The brooch of Menhem's.
Oh, bro.
And oh my god. In this moment, I am literally blanking on what the last, what'd you guys say it was?
There's a mace? No.
I don't think there's a mace. There's the sword of Rajani, the
The
brooch of
brooch of
Menhem,
Menhem.
the lockpicks from Otari, and oh yes.
The
Our-
cleric.
Our wizard was a little weird. His name was Zarmividan. It's been 500 years. I cannot remember, but his spellbook, that would be his icon.
Oh, we have no idea where this dude is.
Nope.
I don't think we've heard of his family even.
Nope. His name's been fairly. It's not.
Scarce.
It's not around town. He doesn't have a presence like the Rajanis and the Menhems do, right?
Could you spell that name again? I'm kidding. I just copy and paste it.
Yeah.
Can you pronounce it?
Zarmavdian. I have an accent.
Za-
I must apologize.
No, it's not the accent. Zem. I'll figure it out.
But not too far from here, there is an altar. I do not know much about it, other than it is an evil place. It tends to draw, how you say, wisps, like these that torment me for 500 years.
Mhm.
They seem drawn to the shrine. I do not know much about it, but if you were to place the icons of the Rose Guard on this shrine, I do believe the ghost would subside and you would have access to go down and face Belcorra once and for all. But that is only half our quest, my friends. For there is another threat that must be dealt with, a much closer at hand. You know him by the name. Anybody?
Volek?
Volek, yes.
Because he's charging up the anchor point, right?
If we are to free the anchor and defeat Volek, we can stop the lighthouse. I won't say once and for all, but for at least a while. Buy us some time.
He was making the lenses so that they could reach Absalom from Atari.
This is new information to me. I am not too sure. It sounds like maybe you know more about
to
the puzzle
everyone,
than I
you're
do.
part of the group now. So, I mean, while we're workshopping and brainstorming all these ideas, piecing them together, you can listen to them too.
Right. Yeah, he says, I do not know about the lighthouse much, but if you've found about this, that sounds about right. It is a long way to Absalom. They need some way to reach.
Well,
So-
we can. Sorry, Hal, go ahead.
No, please. You need practice. Go ahead.
Practice for. I forgot what I was gonna say. We know where. We know where to find 3 of the 4 things, and I think you're going to be lending us the lockpicks.
Oh,
But
yes.
would you-
Everything on my body is at your service.
And I glance at Mukta real quick.
I'm just busy. I'm busy. I'm not even listening anymore. I'm just like, ooh, this is nice.
You mentioned that your wizard friend was weird. Were they also, I don't know, recluse? Were they the type who, after an adventure, would just leave off on their own? Because
Basically, he would return to his library where he would, research and work on his arcane arts. Always one to study the occult. He was always one for a good ghost story. I think he would really enjoy this situation I am in now. I always told him I do not believe in ghosts.
maybe Rin would know of him.
Perhaps.
Don't believe in ghosts. This one right here, Nulara, I watched her once punch a ghost and kill it.
Maybe Ren,
Nobody-
maybe
nobody-
Marley Ben.
Yeah, nobody
Event?
believes her.
Morley Bin. Thank you, Clovis. I'm really sorry about Mushi.
That's okay. He's all right.
One warning, friends. I just have to warn you. There are many, many dangers that lurk on this level. We are not the only ones. Volek is not the only one. There is a presence here that has come from down below. Something that is, not of this world. I do not know. It is like a void in my senses. But he lies beyond the infinite staircase.
How can he
Deeper
lie
than
behind-
where.
How can he lie beyond the infinite staircases since they go on forever? How do you
It
get
just-
past them?
It does not make much sense. I do not know. I just feel the staircase presence goes on and on and on and on and on. And at its heart lies this void.
Are you sure?
Belcorra used to use this space as her personal, residence. Plenty of treasure kept deep within its vaults, sure. But I must tell you, friends, it is not worth the risk. We have a very important mission. I do not care how much treasure is there. You do not go in the infinite staircase.
Clovis looks over at Mukta, kind of gives him a look like, you listening to this, Mukta?
Mukta's head just kind of picked up when all he heard was lots of treasure. He didn't hear anything else.
Right. So he's like, So what's the world like out there? We have flying horse carts, Pegasus-drawn carriages.
I don't know much the same.
But
I
that
don't
is a
know
shame.
what it was like 500 years ago.
There's a wood mill.
That is correct.
Sounds like
The
progress.
the descendants of your
maybe
friends
not.
are fighting right now. One's a drunk. One is an asshole mayor. That's why Pal's gonna go against him.
You're looking at the new mayor right there, right in your presence.
Well,
I bow low.
well, you know that the town is named after me, so you must do me the honor. Perhaps when you are mayor, you
course.
can tell my story. Maybe erect a monument to my name. Is there a monument of me in town square that the children gather around and celebrate my birthday?
Not that I have seen, not yet.
Oh,
When Hal is mayor, I'm sure we'll build one.
We can
Yeah,
make that
we will
go.
be like brothers standing together.
Oh,
I
no.
I think
intend to cross
when they usually mention you though, like they
Tell them
put
my
you
dry
on
humor.
such like a know that you were very heroic and brave, and you sacrificed your life for the greater good.
I sacrificed my life. They left me to die.
That's
Yeah, no mention of the
unfortunate.
humor either. Nah,
No,
not a single joke.
Maybe
This
it
is
was
most
like a
troubling.
dry sense of humor.
man, that Rose Guard, they were assholes.
Excuse me, you're talking at one of the founding members right here.
Well, they left you.
Well, I gave my life in service. I knew the risks when I signed up. If
So you
you're-
did sacrifice your life for the greater good.
It did not need to be a sacrifice, but I will play martyr. That is fine. If your friend here, and he points at like Mukta, who's like rifling through his like dead body's belongings, if he were to, succumb to a powerful creature, surely you would leave him and save yourself.
What now? What's going on?
No. I will slap him back into his senses the way he slapped me back into mine.
That's what friends are for, huh? And I go back
Yes.
to rifling the body.
I mean, that is a beautiful sentiment, but in our line of work as adventurers, you know that eventually you will lose your friends and they will die. You must make peace with that. We try our hardest to not let it happen, yes. But surely you guys realize if you undertake this quest that I am giving you, it means be willing to make the ultimate sacrifice like I did. If that is not something that you think you are ready for, then I will wait for another 500 years. More adventurers will come this way, and I can try my luck again.
I don't want my parents to be taken over in Absalom. I am with you, friend.
Oh yes, if your parents are in Absalom, then they are in immediate danger. And
Are you sure you're not from Diobel? Your accent is uncanny, and
You
I
know,
find it fantastic.
honestly, I do not remember much of my life. I have glimpses of my former self. I think being dead for so long has caused me to forget a lot of who I was. And this is who I am now. So maybe I am. Who's to say? Maybe you check a history book. If they write about me at all.
I don't read many books. I'm sorry.
So I sorry that I have brought down the mood. Usually I'm the one that brings up the mood in the group. So how about another joke? Does anyone know the difference between a shirt and a corpse?
I do not.
One is a casualty, and one is a casualty.
Man.
You're a
I would laugh, but I've got this bit of something in my throat that's...
He looks at you and he's like, oh. Yes, I felt much the same before I died on this island. Coughing up, lying here, losing my energy. It was not a fun time.
Sounds terrible.
I remember feeling lethargic and closing my eyes and just say, I will just take a quick rest, and open my eyes and say, uh-oh, a lot of time has passed. How long is it? Oh, who cares? I do not need to check, and close my eyes. And one day I did not open my eyes again.
Perhaps you should.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should take what he has on his body, take his bones, whatever it might be, get a little backpack where his arms hang out or whatever.
Yes.
and
I am sorry,
go back
but
to the town.
Yeah, good.
And find somebody to make sure that the Mukta's cough is okay.
And then
I'm fine. Don't
as
worry
you
about
as
it.
you say that, you begin coughing as well.
You
I
guys
don't feel so
okay?
I don't know if I'm coughing up the blood from where you stabbed me, or if I'm coughing up the blood from where this guy put his hand through me.
Ow, that wasn't me.
I don't know. There's still blood on your trident.
It's fine. I'm sure it's like a common cold, like less than 1% fatality rate. It's not a big deal.
Also, just so that, can I look at this will-o-wisp, memorize it that way, and then you like familiarize myself with this will-o-wisp, so that if I encounter will-o-wisps again, I can remember and then use that information to fight.
If you
Okay.
see another thing that you think may be a will-o'-the-wisp, you already know what its capabilities are, kind of based on this combat, right?
Okay. And
Would
then
it also be a recall knowledge check?
yeah, could I recall knowledge and compare this will-o-wisp to the previous will-o-wisp that needed that light?
I see what you're talking about. You're talking about the corpse lights.
No, not the corpse light. Like, remember the chaotic fairy looking one?
Oh, that thing.
Yeah. It needed like a light from us so
Right.
that we could see it. It couldn't hide.
Yeah, why don't you make a recall knowledge check for me?
Oh,
And you can pick
Using
whichever skill you think is most appropriate.
that was a while ago. When we busted out the lights, is that what we're talking about? When we did
Yeah.
all the light
Can I
guns?
use
Oh.
athletics? I want to beat the information.
I do not think athletics is going to be a valid
Here's
choice.
religion. 15.
Good job.
Based on your kind of recollections and your understanding of the creature you faced and the will-o'-the-wisp you fought, you don't think there's anything linking the two. They don't seem to be connected in any way that you can think of.
Okay.
The thing you guys fought before was basically like a lurker in the light, and it has like Fey-like qualities to it from the
Okay.
Feywild.
Okay.
But you're trying to connect the pieces, you can't make anything stick. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but you're not making the connections right now. So, Otari is just kind of like, surprised. Is like, well, I do not think my spirit will be ready to cross over until I have helped you to recover the icons of the Rose Guard.
Come on with us. We will take you with us.
Well, we can certainly try, but something tells me my spirit is bound to the locations that I died. You can certainly try by moving my bones, and we can see what happens.
When you had this solution, did you kind of think that the adventurers willing to do this adventure would just ask of these icons from the owners, or?
Well, no, that is why I stuck around, to make sure that the next generation would know how to proceed. This sort of needing of the icons is a new manifestation. It only happened after they fired the lighthouse the last time. I was able to rally. The spirits still linger in this place. Belcorra's defeated enemies that came before the Rose Guard, because there were many before us. And it seems as if you all are here, there were many after us that must face her. Their spirits were able to seal her down below. I can feel her presence. It has returned, deep below us. She cannot move far. Much like I am bound here, she is bound down below. But I feel her strength growing, and she is able to move further and further each day. So maybe we head down now. Maybe sooner rather than later. I do not know.
I need to fill up my friends here before we head anywhere.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make the treat wounds check. Because I think one of the things is you can spend like an hour treating him to like double the health you roll, so that's fine.
Okay, so
Yep.
you're gonna give me a DC check?
Just make a medicine check. I think the DC is 19 at this level. But maybe the treat wounds skill gives a different. Maybe it's just 15. And put the treat wounds ability, the action in chat, we'll see. But, Otari is kind of like, well, I've kind of told you my secrets. I've told you most of what I know. I will answer any questions, anything that maybe I have missed. No?
Okay, so
Dead silence?
Thinking.
What is this key for?
Mm-hmm.
And then I hold up the sneaky key.
The sneaky. Oh, that is a charm. Usually you put it on yourself, and if you want to make sure that your thievery checks do not critically fail, you give it a twist, and then you give your lockpicks a whirl. It helps to make you a little extra sneaky. So treat wounds, the DC is 15. That means you success. That means you're able to heal 2d8 hit points to Hal. And if you spend an hour treating him, you can double that. So why don't you roll 2d8, Clovis? So it's going to be 11 hit points, but if you treat him for an hour straight, you can get it up to 22.
You guys want to sit down here for an hour, rest?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's double it.
I
Do
assume
you
you're
mind
doing
if
this.
I take this key?
Listen,
No, please go ahead.
I
Take
am
the
not going
key
to
and
be.
whatever else you do.
I am not going to be using it anymore.
Well, you
Consider
can,
it a gift. You are the new Otari of the new Rose Guard. I am sorry I did not ask your name. What is your name, young Soki?
Mukta. Pleased to make
Mukta.
your acquaintance.
You are the new Otari. Congratulations. Do not let your friends leave you for dead.
I'll remember that.
How are you on hit points, Hal? No.
He
Oh,
also
I should
points
be
like,
good in the little
I should
one.
have a magical dagger in there somewhere. And
Yes,
my armor,
this-
my studded leather armor, although looking at your small stature, maybe you not have the athletic skill to carry it. But maybe you take it back to Otari and you put it on display. The children can sing and dance and tell songs of my glory.
Could be. What is the?
It's just studded leather
Requirement for
plus
studded.
1. I think let's see. It might say on there, it says
It's
I'm not
light
entirely-
armor.
It's light armor. I think the strength is 12.
13?
Yeah, the strength threshold's 12.
12? Okay.
Yeah, no, I did not.
I think I can probably wear it. I mean, after all, I'm wearing this one here, and it is not nearly as... it's nice. And plus, I would rather change out to what that was up there.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you
I
will,
mean,
if you can get some use out of it, then please all means.
yeah. Please, Hal,
I
take it.
I used
You-
your shadow. It's only fitting that you should take my armor.
Do you mind if I take the dagger?
He's like,
As I'm
"Never
looking
mind."
around to everyone.
Oh no, please go ahead.
Oh, I think we should have it.
Serrated blade of this +1 striking damage.
Mhm.
When
pretty
you
cool.
critically succeeded an attack roll with the dagger of venom, the targets become sickened 1 unless it succeeds at a DC 19 fortitude save. This is a poison effect.
And there's also an interact action on it, right?
But sorry,
to activate it.
You can make it like it's a separate effect than the crit that you can activate, and I don't remember what it does. Yes, I'm sorry, strong woman. I do not know your name. I almost
Nula-
said Volrajani.
Thank you. It's Nalara.
Nulara.
Mhm. I, so this new reincarnation of Belcorra,
Yes.
I'm assuming she's stronger than the one that you fought, or it's the same exact person.
Well, it's hard to say. When we fought her, she had a body that we could just kill.
Mm-hmm.
But now her body is no more. She is only... She is a ghost like me. I had something tying me very important to this place, passing this information on to you. She's got a stronger sort of, how you say, dedication to her craft.
Yeah.
And she will not rest until she sees it done.
And so and that's where us putting the icons together, because I'm trying to figure out, like, if we defeat her, but the anchor that's holding her down here is here, then would that mean she'll just come back?
Yes, you are likely right. But we cannot just sit by and allow her to do what she's doing, no.
No, of course. So what's the thing that we could destroy? That way this never happens again.
That is a tough question to answer. I do not know. I do not, like I said before, I did not believe in ghosts until I was one myself. But there must be some way. Someone out there that knows how to take a spirit away forever. Force it to cross over, perhaps.
I wonder if killing it would force it to cross over.
Maybe. Have you ever killed a ghost?
Yes. Oh, no, not really.
Maybe it's time for what we used to call what our friend, our eccentric friend named Zarmavdian used to call a science experiment. You go and you kill a ghost and see if the ghost comes back. There must be no shortage of ghosts. I've done my best to sort of keep them away from me here. I have cursed this place so that no undead wants to come near me. You may have felt a little bit of that because, like I said, you are a little dead, so I apologize.
It's okay.
Oh, so do we go from here back to the town and ask Menhem if we can use the brooch and the sword, or we just go up there and take it? We need to talk to Morley Bent about
the spell book.
He makes eye contact with you, Mooked, and he's like, well, in our line of work, then no one has to tell us that we have to take something, no? We just take it.
I may have taken a little bit of a professional kind of look at the Dawn Library before, just in case. If it comes to that.
If I remember right, it was like right on display, right in the center of the like main entrance. So like, it'd be really hard to like sneak it out without any like some sort of major distraction going on. But like, it'd be so easy to smash and grab that thing, right? Like,
yeah, and someone might have just taken a feat the last level where I can throw a bunch of playing cards and sneak till the end of my turn.
Maybe that's an option. But he does say, like, you know, I don't want to put a hamper on things. Like, yes, we need the icons of the Rose Guard, but we have a more immediate threat. We must deal with this Volok. Nasty thing. It's weird. Like, I can feel your spirit and your spirit and your spirit and a little bit of your spirit. And he points at you, Nulara. But for him, I feel like it's not just one spirit. It is like thousands of little spirits. I do not know what that means.
Did deal with necromancy back when he was still corporeal.
Perhaps he has undergone some sort of transformation.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. So we found a way. We found the pipe. It was very steep, but you don't know if there's another way around it.
He closes his eyes, and you can feel like as his energy, he's kind of linked with like these top few levels of the gauntlet, and he's like, there does seem to be another staircase down through the dining hall, perhaps through an office of some sort.
We find a thing at his office, like where the goblin was.
There is another way down to this level upstairs, and the other path we ran into
The
it.
one that you
when we were
found.
down running
Where
around.
Hal was hiding, right?
Yeah,
Hal was
where
hiding
with the
down
bathroom.
Yes, exactly. There's another staircase in Belcorra. That was Belcorra's personal office, right? It was the secret off limits place that you guys went and that made the what were they? Not the Morlocks, the ghouls very upset. The Cult of the Canker. So it seems like maybe that is the way to get to Volok, or maybe you can crawl up the pipe. I do not know. I do not know your particular skill set.
Not too good with the crawling. I'd say we go back and circle back around and head down. I'm not doing too hot. I got whooped by that invisible monster.
So,
Maybe you go back to town, lick your wounds, come back, and be ready to defeat Volok.
I think that's probably the way. And we can talk to Morley Bent or Rin about the spell book. Maybe we can procure some of these things. Maybe I can talk to Menhem's niece and tell her this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't think facing Volok right now in our state would be the best tactical option.
Well,
No.
that is true. You could barely beat this Will-o'-the-Wisp.
It
was
wasn't. It was invisible. Okay, we couldn't even see it.
That is true. That's kind of how they operate. There could be many more, like I said. These wisps, they are drawn to this place. For some reason, they unnaturally appear here. In many different forms. Flicker wisp, will-o'-the-wisp, corpse lights.
It was
Puff.
really drawn to Hal. Tried killing him.
I mean, he could sense. It could probably sense the greatness in him and God being the next mayor and all.
Usually they are
That's
drawn
true.
to fear. But yes, excellence. That is a good way to put it.
I mean, the more you have to lose, the more you fear. So
That is an optimistic way to look at it. You are the new Otari after all. It's our job to keep the others cheerful in a dark place.
of course.
Well, my friends,
So, let's go head to town. Get the new
All right.
mayor.
shall we try taking my bones and see if maybe I can come with you?
You know
Okay.
what? Yeah.
We could. Otari,
Yes.
why do bees have sticky hair?
I do not know. Something with the honey?
Because they use a honeycomb.
A honeycomb! That is a good one.
I just start packing up the skeleton and then putting it over
Yep.
my shoulder.
Yep. She's like, he's still like on the island, like right over the center of it. He's like, let's try. You lead the way. I follow. I hope.
Okay. Straight all the way. We might be passing by this dog eye. Venom bark.
Well, that's another issue here is you have to pass back through the werewolf to get out.
I mean, we could give him a bone.
Hey,
You
wait, you
want
mean
it?
my bone?
Batari, would you be fine with that idea?
Oh, sure. Just leave some of my body here. It will surely not bind my soul to this place.
I think Muka is actually the new Atari of the show.
So as you go to leave, right, you go to like carry his bones away, and you get like just through the threshold of this room and cross into the next room over, and you hear him go, "No!" and he like falls over and starts crying and screaming and writhing in pain on the ground.
What? But wait, what? And then I walk back.
Mukta doesn't even turn around. I just say, good one, and keep going.
You come back through and he's like, I gotcha. He rolled a 23 deception. That's bad. I don't think anyone has a 23 past like perception, right? Like a plus.
Mukta, if you get his sense of humor.
Well, don't leave me to die, and you'll never have to worry about me hunting you.
I will never leave you guys to die unless I get possessed.
You take his bones out. He drifts to the edge of the room, but he's not able to leave.
Oh.
Seems like I am bound here. This is the place where I died.
So then you don't mind if we use a bone then, right?
It does not have much use for me, then please, by all means, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Meh.
This isn't a deception or something?
No. I've moved on from my earthly possessions, like my lockpick, and my dagger of venom, and my femur, apparently. Can you please leave me my humorous bone?
I'll leave you both.
And then you guys like leave Otari the ghost down here and make your way back to like.
We'll be back for you.
I hope so. Not like my last friends. Yeah. So you make your way like kind of past back out to like the werewolf who's like finished the thing. He still has a rope dangling. He's going to allow you guys to have like passage back through. But he says this is the last time. I let you through once, I did not eat you. You come back here again, there will be no warning. I'm doing Otari's voice now. There will be no warning. Goodbye, friends. As you kind of like leave, right? So he lets you pass, but he says if you come down here again, then we're having trouble, right? You go back up, you go, up through all the floors, you kind of come out in like midday of the Gauntlight, going back to the town, and as we kind of like come up the road, and you see like Otari on the horizon, cresting, you come out through the forest, right? You guys are all excited, you've seen like light at the end of the tunnel, you have a little bit of more of an image of what's going on down below, you guys have a clear path, a clear goal, you're all talking about how you're going to get the icons, you look up, and there is, coming from the Dawnflower Library, a thin wisp of smoke just going from the inside up the dome out the top that looks as if maybe there is a fire currently raging at the Dawnflower Library. And as the characters look at each other very like surprised, not sure what's going on, the camera races right away from you guys across Otari, across the town, towards the Dawnflower Library. You can see a bunch of people like putting out flames. Someone had lit a fire. There's a fire burning stacks of books. They've got it under control. It's kind of that like smoke that comes up when the fire's all done. And you see the little halfling woman. Oh God, does anyone remember her name? I get her and Brelda mixed up.
Is it Brelda?
Brelda's the wrong one. It's
Clovis, take out your water wand thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even. Oh, that's a good point. He does have it. It's not even on this thing. So, anyways, whatever her name is, she's a little halfling cleric, priestess of Saren Ray that works at the Dawnflower Library. They get it put out, and she's like, she's yelling, "How did this happen? How did this happen? Who did it?" And then like you hear somebody say like, "Excuse me, ma'am." And she turns, she says, "What? Not now. We got something very important." And he says, "Yeah, about that." And he points over his shoulder, and the camera zooms in over his shoulder, and there's the display case where the cooperative blade sits. The glass is shattered. The cooperative blade is gone.
It's
beat me to
with
it,
Rajani.
And that's where we fade to black and end tonight's episode of the Abomination Vaults.
It's with Carmen. That
Where in the
dumbass.
world is Carmen?
I mean, yeah, we've managed to finish our night, and you guys got a lot of story exposition there at the end, and one tough fight under your belt. So for unlocking the secret, for meeting Otari, all of that, why don't you guys go ahead and take an extra? I'm gonna say this is a big deal. Take an extra 80 experience points on top of whatever you guys have.
Ooh.
So that puts us at.
He is, you know, he
65.
wants to. You guys are carried on. You learned a lot of information. You got a lot of lore exposition. You avoided a fight through your like sort of narration. So this 80 experience also kind of encompasses the idea that you were able to, you know, get through the werewolf kind of guy without a fight. That's again an amazing natural 20 from Harmony. When he needs it most in social situations, he's there.
What do you guys have total for hit points?
But anyways, we're already kind of running long tonight, right? And it's late. So let's go ahead and do our sign off, right? That's going to do it for us this week on the Abomination Vaults. Thanks you guys for sticking in. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Thank you, Nina, Richard, Mike, Rick, for playing with me. It's been a blast as always. Thank you to all of our viewers, all of you guys watching live on Twitch tonight. You know, thank you for tuning in live and redeeming your points and giving all these hero points. And for everyone watching on YouTube, thank you too. Like, check the YouTube premiere. We love watching with you guys premieres Fridays at noon, and you get to watch with the cast. So that's really cool. Check out my DM prep video series I mentioned earlier. Episode 6, I believe, aired last week, and in 2 weeks we're gonna have another one coming. So in the meantime, you know, go watch what's already out there. For this game specifically, we're gonna be back next Wednesday, 7 o'clock Pacific, as our group continues to uncover the mysteries behind the missing cooperative blade. Was it Carmen Rajani? Or is Nulara just really biased against this dude? Immediately jumped to like blaming him.
I am. I really am.
We'll find out next week.
I don't think he's sophisticated enough to pull that.
No, I know. I mean, I'm thinking of it. Like, that's why I'm like this. I've been thinking about it. It could be Menhem's just trying to prove a point.
Wow. Really? Just blaming everyone. Okay. Well, we'll find out next week on the next episode of the Abomination Vault. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Stay away, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.